Woohoo!
All
Hi.
right, we are now live and going, and a newer format as people can see. Hopefully, this is rather exciting. I'm excited. My heart is beating a lot. So, welcome to the show,
Beating a
everybody.
lot.
A lot, a lot, a lot. So, yes, I'm excited for everything. I'm excited for everybody. Hopefully, we can all see what's going on. Welcome to the show. We're Frack Paddy Wack. I'm not the first one, so.
I'm Frick.
And then I'm Frack. I'm so excited I'm forgetting everything. Oh my god.
My name still says me, but I'm Wack.
So here we go. Please make sure you share, make sure you comment, jump in. We want to hear your thoughts. We want not all of them, not that thought. We know what that thought is already. But
Yeah.
yeah. No. Maybe later call me. But so yeah. But please jump in, join us. We're here for the chat and everything else. So let's get started with a little bit of stuff going on here. Please start us off here, TJ, if you don't mind.
Ready or not? Ready or not, here we go. So tonight's trending topics are space, the final frontier. Not really, but we have a couple asteroids and some comics coming at us. We don't have comics. If we had comics, I'd be like, Shane Lima, James John, look out. Nope, they're not. We have the comet and the asteroid is coming toward Earth, and you're sharing. You don't have to worry. They discovered the planet. We'll get into all of that. Drew Brees got in trouble with his mouth, not in the way that you're thinking.
Really?
He's on Twitter that he shouldn't have said. So we're going to talk about that tonight. Florida Phase 2, welcome back, bars. Yeah. So excited to see some of our friends get back to work, and now I don't have to make my own drinks anymore. Celebrity focus on Michael Berryman. And then Carlos is going to teach us how to make a Long Island iced tea because everybody keeps 7 liquors in their house. We have a special guest, Miss Amy Sharpe, owner of Dreams Come True Entertainment. We have a great game of You Decide. For those of you who have been hanging out for the last couple weeks with us, that's going to be a fun game that Brooke's going to tell you about in just a moment. Funny historical facts about rum. We have a food segment. And then we're going to tell you about our personal niche as a business and things that are going on in our world of business and where we work. And then we'll close it out with a closing quote. That is the show.
All right.
Handing it over to Beth, who's going to explain You Decide.
All right. You Decide is our fun little drinking game that we like to play. And we pick between 2 different topics. If you're the only one that likes or decides out of the topic, then you have to drink. We all agree, then it's a social
game
one.
that Brooke's going to tell you about in just a moment.
Awesome.
That is it. Eric, word of the night.
So I'm going back to the word literally because my absolutely was going to get everybody in the world drunk. So, hashtag, as TJ said, we are doing ready or not, but I kind of just want to throw, see you at the bar. Tomorrow I will see all of you at the bar.
Yeah. More than welcome to.
Right?
And she's copy and pasting, putting them in.
I sure did.
Becoming official. So, want to talk about space?
Let's talk about space.
Talk about space. Last SpaceX launched their rocket, first rocket with humans. Humans launched them up into space. They are now hanging out at the space station telling us that we should stop all of our craziness and just live life as one. But there are other things going on deep in space, and one of the things that I wanted to mention tonight is that the Max Planck Institute for Solar System Research found a planet that is very much similar to Earth. It orbits around a star called Kepler 160. The planet is called, I'm going to call it Koi, just because that's
what it looks like koi.
It's Koi Pond
like
456.04.
K-O-I. I think we should just call it koi.
We're going to call it the
Koi
Earth
planet.
of Koi.
So where were you born? Koi Koi.
Planet Koi Koi has been found. It is almost double the size of Earth, so it's putting it right up there, right around the size of Neptune. One of the things that they thought was really cool was its year. 1 year on Koi is 378 days, so that's really close to being same as on Earth. It receives 93% of the sunlight that is received on Earth, so quite similar. It's got a big bright star around it. Its surface temperature would be plus 5 degrees Celsius on average and plus 10 degrees Celsius lower than Earth.
What is that for Fahrenheit?
So if anybody wants to put that in
Fahrenheit.
American Fahrenheit,
American
I don't know the British Celsius
conversion.
So yeah, the conversion. Anybody want to convert that chat room? Jump in.
I'll do it.
Basically, it has a very Earth-like atmosphere. That's what it said.
And I think you put on there also that it was in that habitable zone, but I think it's what they call the Goldilocks zone.
So it is saying that liquid water could exist on its surface.
So 10 degrees Celsius is 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, 0 degrees Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit, which is freezing.
5 degrees Celsius, 10 degrees Celsius lower than Earth.
So if we're 90 degrees in Florida, it would be
80. Oh no, probably worse.
50.
Actually,
It would be 30.
Yeah, it'd be 30 degrees. That's
Yeah.
really cold.
Yeah.
I would love it.
great. The
But
penguins.
We shall call it Hawk. It is now.
Well, imagine when it's 30 degrees, it's like -20.
Yeah, it's like Russian.
No, thank you.
Well, I guess Erica put the right background for herself. So hey,
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Well, this all kind of sounds pretty cool. It's 3,000 light years from our solar.
Just a little far.
It's not like going to Mars.
good job on the math, by the
That only
way.
takes 5 years. That only takes 5 years.
3,000 light years is equal to 6 trillion miles.
So how long would it take us to get there?
So
100
Justin can run that, right?
Oh yeah. Through obstacles too.
on it. It's 137,000 years away.
137,000 years away. Hold, I read that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Trillion miles.
You know,
6 trillion
'cause-
miles away.
anyone lives that long to
Yeah.
actually make it there.
maybe Walt Disney when he's cryogenically frozen. I guess.
So 6 trillion miles is equal to 4 light years. 4 light years is equal to 24 trillion miles. So this trip would take 1.2 billion hours.
Y'all give me a headache. That's too much math.
Yeah, too much mathing. I work in finance, and that's too much mathing.
Whatever. Anyway,
No big
so
deal.
in other news, we're never going to get there. In other news, there's a giant asteroid and comet heading toward Earth on April 29th at 4:56 a.m. It will pass between 1.1 and 2.5. It's 1.1 and 2.5 miles wide,
Will we
and
see
it'll
it?
fly by
Will we
Earth.
see it?
It will be 3,908,791 miles from Earth.
Yeah, I know, but like, I don't know how far technically.
Yeah, use your iPhone.
Can you, like, will you be able to
I
see a
don't
comet
know.
go by?
I don't know.
No, I know. I do believe I read on that actually, and they said that you'd have to still have a telescope. It's not visible to the naked eye, I believe. There's nothing that's going to be close enough, like shards of comets or from the comet itself, to be maybe passing even through our atmosphere. So even though 3 million miles sounds like very far away, on a heavenly body scale, it's not that very far away, and it's still kind of scary because I believe the Kármán line, which is it's a line basically where there's oxygen and no more oxygen for the Earth as far as atmosphere goes. The Kármán line is only like so many miles above us. So even though 3 million is a lot away still, heavenly body wise, it's still kind of when I get into Armageddon, but
Yeah, it's one of the closer. It's still nothing for us to be threatened about. But that's going to happen 29th.
Wait, will Liv Tyler be there?
ooh.
If she is. we
It
will.
looks like our next meteor shower, where we're actually going to see some stuff, is July 12th
Nice.
through August 23rd. The Southern Delta Aquarius.
Gesundheit.
Right?
And then in 2022, that is the comet that everybody is talking about. Is Comet K2? It won't arrive until 2022. We got a couple years away, and that one is supposed to be 930 million miles away. So, yeah, even further away. Nothing to be worried about. So all the memes you're seeing about 2020 being the end of the world because of a comet heading toward Earth, they're
Yeah.
always heading toward Earth. We're good. We're safe. Bruce Willis is still alive. That's really it. And
No kidding. Like, we're good.
Yeah.
Bruce
Like,
Willis, Ben Affleck,
I'm just going to say,
they're all alive.
let's
We're
not jinx
safe.
this. It says 2020, and we all know that this is a crazy
Yeah.
year. So
Yeah, but
let's not jinx anyone.
out of the cast, I believe the only one that's not alive is really big John. Because he was in Green Mile, right?
Oh,
And he
I was
passed.
like, for real.
It's not Ving Rhames. What's his
I know, I threw this on it.
I was like, come on, guys. I got to Google this. That's not fair.
Yeah.
We shook. His
Only
name
one.
was Bear in the movie, so
He was also in the what's it 9 yards, the longest 10, what is it
Yeah.
called?
Longest yard. Or
No, not the longest yard. No, it's
Michael Clark Duncan,
Yes.
December
There you
10th,
go.
1957 to September 3rd, 2012.
yeah, that's right.
Love
Yeah,
Love that
that's
guy.
awesome.
But yes, all
Thank you, Google.
the whole 9 yards.
the rest is there, so we are safe. They can fly up. They can drill it out. They've been drilling their whole life.
But I don't know. But Steve Buscemi, I don't know how much I trust him really.
Moving along, Brooke Alcock.
Well, mine is not quite as funny as TJ's, but
That's just
I
because I'm
was
ridiculous.
trying to see what was going on with the NFL today. Jumped over on Twitter just to see if there's any news going on. Yeah, apparently
Of course there is.
Drew Brees was interviewed on Yahoo, and they asked him what he thought about players kneeling during the national anthem, and he thought they were just asking him a general question, and he said, "I will never agree with anyone disrespecting the flag of the United States of America." Well, he didn't take it into context with what's going on right now, and he just answered it in a general way. There was a lot of backlash. Even his own teammates were issuing statements and putting up videos about how much they disagreed with him.
Thanks, social media.
He issued a very long, heartfelt apology, and it's on Twitter and Instagram if you guys would like to read that. I don't think you want me to read the whole thing. But a little backstory about Brees. He has kneeled with his teammates before the NFL games, but then he'll stand during the anthem. He's also started a charity called the Dream Foundation, which helped rebuild after Hurricane Katrina, rebuild schools, athletic facilities, also offering like mentor programs for children. And he's been involved in quite a bit of like philanthropy.
Mm-hmm.
Philanthropic,
You got it. You got it.
philanthropic
He helped
work.
clean up after the BP oil spill and has raised awareness on gay teen suicides. As of most recently, he donated $5 million to his home state of Louisiana to help fight COVID-19. So, I mean, he's really involved in the community, and I think he was sincere in his apology. But yeah, so when I went and looked up NFL news today, that's what I found. So,
But I could see that happening. If I were just to call you out of the blue, Brooke, I could see you answering just like how you would answer, not going, "Oh, today's trending topic. Let me be,
politically correct. And,
yeah." Like, I would really have to sit and think about it. Like, hold on, could you email me those questions first so I can answer them?
Yeah.
Not justifying it. I'm sorry, but I'm just.
But that's a big thing, and I believe I forgot which comedian at this moment in time was talking about this, but they were talking about that it's their job to say things. Now that's as a comedian, but it's also not our job to then take it out of context and do something. So maybe he responded in that sense, in that way, where he meant to say, yeah, I mean, he meant it in that fashion, but again, people maybe took it out of context, or he didn't clarify himself enough to people in general understand that that's not what he's going after. But again, the apology, I get. I mean, I don't think he's a racist. Again, he's worked a lot, with a lot of, materials, with a lot of groups, and he's definitely involved. People know that. I just think bad timing, you said the wrong thing. Yeah, I mean, and let's be honest, how many times have we not done that ourselves? We're like, well, no, that's not what I meant when I said that, and
I'm sure I've said some pretty not well-timed things.
yeah. Trust me, I know that to this day. I know there's one thing during a funeral that I said by accident. I was not even thinking, and I was like, I'm gonna regret that to this day. It's something that I said, and oops.
You're like, ah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but nobody's perfect though. So.
That's very
Correct.
true.
I don't know if you guys listen to the radio or not, but Hannah and I happened to be driving to Tampa this morning and listening to 94.1, and they were talking about the Trick and Trina show, Trick Daddy and Trina, and I guess she started going like off because she is very emotional about the situation with her brother being killed and things like that, and she used words like calling the looters animals, and said that she
Oh.
agreed with the governor putting a lockdown at 6 o'clock so people wouldn't be breaking into stores and doing bad things. Well, here's Trick Daddy. As we all know, Trick Daddy is not, a calm person, and he's trying to pull her back in. Like, this is not the
Trick
time,
Daddy
this is
and
not
Trina,
the place. We need
and
to
I
keep
guess
moving.
she
And like, he
started
actually
going,
left
like,
the show.
Off,
So it was
because
bad.
She
Wow.
is very.
I gotta,
Yeah, I recommend that you just go listen to that, because I was like, oh,
you can
okay,
just-
Trina.
Yeah. No, and
Oops.
it's weird. It's so tough to figure out what you can say, what you can't say. Like, what if you say you support one thing, then you hate another thing, and you say another thing, then you're disrespecting that thing. It's like, why are we taking every little opinion is so serious?
Right, but you're also emotionally attached. Like, if you said something like, you don't like mixed kids, I'm going to get a little bit offended by it. Let's be honest about it. Like, whoa,
Well, I
hold
know-
on there, buddy.
Well, I know your son and daughter. I mean,
They're as pretty as my kid,
I'm just,
and
My
I want to
kids
claim.
are
I want to
way-
claim that my kid's the most beautiful.
well, opinions.
well, you can claim he's a beautiful white kid.
That's right.
Ah.
Use that word.
Well, see, well,
My bad.
well, I can't say that because if I say I'm white, I'm not technically. I mean, I'm from Venezuela. I just look really. So,
You're just, brown white.
I just can't get a tan.
I don't understand. Maybe I just surround myself with good people that, like, we
But
don't.
we can also have a
Yeah.
conversation without being like politically,
Charged
like,
or correct. Yeah, no, you're right, and it's a big thing that I'm seeing a lot during social media right now because what TJ just mentioned a second ago is very true. People feel like if you're saying one thing, you're against the other, or if you're not informing yourself, then you're not standing up for
Right.
it. And people have to understand that to some people, you're right. If it's not happening in your community, I get it. You're not maybe, perhaps you're not reacting to it as much, but then educate the person. Now if they're being just outright jerks or something, then yeah, you know what, F them. I don't want to associate with that. And usually you weed people out like that in life. But I mean,
I love debates.
yeah,
I love you not knowing how I feel about something. I love just debating. You tell me how you feel.
Yeah,
Have you thought about
you do.
this?
and a conversation.
all the time.
I do all the time to you,
Well, no, I mean,
I love
hey, you even do it to us here live, and you're like, you know what?
but I do it for a reason.
No, right. It's to understand that it's not just playing devil's advocate, but it's true. It's understanding that. Understand that there's nothing wrong with a person who has no idea about this, or may have not gone through that discrimination, or who may have not gone through that heartbreak or bad or good time. Don't just tell them, oh, you don't understand or you'll never get it. No, then educate them and help them. Hey, I understand this. Then this is the reason why, and that's why maybe saying this is not perhaps the correct thing, or not your time, or like Trick Daddy thing, or whatever.
Even if I do understand it, I still want to hear your side. Tell me how you feel. Why do
Exactly.
you feel that way? Explain it to me. You might sway me.
So,
Hey.
like sway the rat.
Hey,
Yeah, we did earlier, and I missed it. I've been working on this for months.
I know that's why I did it.
So cruel, and heartless.
You did. I did too.
That's my theme song. Remember Heartless?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's it. This opening theme to your whenever you walk into the room.
Yes. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we got sidetracked. I'm sorry.
No, it's
Yeah,
okay.
that's the whole point of this piece of it. But yeah, it's been so hard because I'm a Libra, and I know that a lot of maybe astrology stuff doesn't matter, but I tend to stay super balanced. I can't ever make a decision on which way I want it, because if I like both things, like, what do you want for dinner? Please don't make me pick out dinner.
He's worse than a woman when it
Ah,
comes to picking out what you want for dinner.
You heard it here first. A woman has agreed.
That I just need to pick something for dinner and tell him that's what we're having. If he sounds super disappointed, then I'll just make something else. But I mean, okay.
I've been good about picking out stuff lately, but it's still one of those things that I fall. My sign is that balance scale. I tend to fall in the middle. I could go either way.
Now I just make dinner for
I
Tyler.
could go either way on things, on most subjects. I'm not hard-headed to be one way or the other, which
Unless he's picking out a desk for the office.
I'm having so much trouble.
Okay, I'm
Or
sorry.
wait, paint color for
No,
the
I was
house?
just gonna say this.
We're converting a room in our house to an office.
I don't want to relive that.
We
Paint colors are picked out, Carlos.
Yeah.
We're done. We're good.
Oh, yeah, the paint colors
and
are
we're
done.
still married.
But like we have very similar style for like our living room.
Oh,
Decorating
my
our living
God.
room. was relatively easy because we had the same vision for it.
Yeah, for the
But apparently in the office, we do not have the same vision.
we don't. And Brooks,
I kind of want to
Brooks'
carry the vision
is-
from the living room and the dining room.
Brooks'
into the
vision is
office.
I stopped TJ from being able to hoard paperwork. That's what Brooks' vision is.
He wants this giant desk with all these drawers
I
and
just want a couple
bookcases
shelves.
and.
I
like-
need a couple shelves, but
I know what that leads to. It leads to TJ hoarding.
we're also
His dad
trying...
is a pack rat and his mom is a pack rat.
Hey.
And
Hey,
I have worked very hard.
if it looks like a pack rat and smells like a pack rat,
Hollywood Studios. That's a long reach. Get your crazy extended arms out of here.
I've worked very hard to make
Look,
him
I've
not
worked-
into a
I've
pack
worked
rat.
very hard and to mold him into the way that I want him to be.
That's what
To
marriage
stop
is about.
Yeah.
I mean, to stop hoarding, that's a good thing, right?
yeah, stop hoarding.
We see our office very differently, and if you wanted to go off on a tangent from talking about sports to my home office, you've done it. Ready or not, here we go into the next topic. Carlos.
All right, so we talked about this a while back and we brought it up to attention that apparently phase 2, we did not know was going to happen, and they were basing it on the metrics of if we were getting better as far as less cases being shown, etc. Less deaths, less contagion, X, Y, and Z. And apparently now they've decided that as of this Friday, so in the next 2 hours by that time, that we're in phase 2. So,
Open up. Woo!
so yeah, so now,
Clubs are opening up at midnight tonight.
yeah, exactly. So we're like dollar holla.
Tidbit of information.
So yeah, so all the ATMs are gonna go broke in 20 minutes tonight. But no, but here's the funny thing though. So yeah, so we're gonna have bars and nightclubs. They can reopen at 50% capacity, inside and the full outside. So outside in venue or open areas can go. Inside only 50. Theaters, bowling alleys, reopen at 50% capacity.
Wait, can I say how excited I am about the theaters?
We know.
So you
Okay,
can take a
I
nap.
just want to make sure.
So
Can I tell you how excited I was? Can I tell you how excited
Besides
Tyler
Tyler
was?
was.
Oh.
The bowling alley was open yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
yeah,
Yay.
Cutest thing ever, and they were 25% capacity, but
Yeah.
it was the cutest thing. He walked in the door and blew up. It's open! It's open, mommy! People, bowling people! It's open! I'm open! It's bowling! He just,
Aw.
oh my God! Running down. We were way down at one end of the building. They had it kind of sectioned off that way for our league. And
yeah.
oh boy, just listen to him running the whole way.
Everyone was like, I wish we would have got that on video.
Yeah,
It was the cutest.
it was awesome.
Yeah.
The bowling alleys are back.
Yeah.
Yay.
Now there's other ones being named as well, but I did see a part of that list that tattoo shops were named as well.
Okay.
So I know we unfortunately had a lot of issues when Zoom and Facebook were having client issues talking, but the show that we did have with Clay Montgomery again, he one of the 6 original founders of Atomic Tattoos, he was fighting all this time. Now I'm just curious how he's feeling now, going like, mother son of a just go. Yeah, but I think of Joe Pesci, in Home Alone, he's like frickin' frackin' and hey, frack. But
I saw this on the reopening thing. It says no groups or avoid groups larger than 50 people.
before it was 10
We
only.
actually do dinner a couple weeks ago for my niece's birthday at Yellow Mushroom, and they didn't want to seat us because we had 7 people. Because it was me, TJ, my sister, her husband,
And the kids.
and their 2 kids, and Tyler. So they only wanted to see a table of 6.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
they didn't want to see a table of 7.
Where would you like me to put my toddler?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, do you want me to
We
go
just
put one
said
of
he's
these
gonna
kids
go
in the
with
car?
you.
Like,
Just leave TJ in the car.
Go in the kitchen and help you make pizza, and we're gonna
I'm
sit
like,
over here.
literally, what do you want? Sorry.
Drink!
Ah,
Thanks for starting it off, baby.
I mean, you can sit us at 2 different tables, but we're here to celebrate a 5-year-old's birthday, so.
Gosh.
And we were like the only people in there.
We won't tell you what happened.
Yeah.
you should have just grabbed them, like by the armpits from behind and be like,
I got to order a beer cheese and chicken pizza, and it was delicious.
I'm
It's like I was going for a broccoli Alfredo
I
chicken
got a
pizza,
pesto one. That was
and
good.
yeah, they didn't do an
Pesto,
Alfredo, so I
chicken.
subbed that out for beer.
That was the picture I commented on asking about. Okay, I know where you went. Got it. Ah, biscuits.
Well, I'm telling you, you should have grabbed them from behind and just like put your kid in front of his face, and you should have been like, "Are you trying to make him upset? Is that it? This? You're trying to make him?"
He
No,
was
we were
having-
more like, you get to babysit.
right.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Have fun.
Okay, back on to.
Yeah. So
Stay on target.
Well,
It is.
that's
It's
a real a
no,
target.
yeah. So we have that. We have the again. It went from 10 groups from 10 people up to the 50 people mark now. So again, starting this Friday. Also testing for all staff at long-term care facility, which again I think is a good thing. Now I don't know. I didn't see fully the explanation if people are allowed to go back in as far as visitors.
They're testing at these facilities. Do you know? I mean, I can ask.
I don't know if they're doing any. I mean, testing for. I mean, don't we need those tests for everybody else? So I don't know what they mean by testing. Like again,
Once
Clay.
a week, every day.
It says testing for all staff. It doesn't say that. I want to assume daily because if they're going in and out that often.
But if it's 4 days to get your results, that would be dumb to be every day.
Yeah, exactly. So
Works at a long-term care facility as a physical therapist. So I was just curious. I mean, I can ask him, but I was wondering for our conversation right now.
yeah, no, it's good. I didn't see the explanation on that either. I'm sorry. Go ahead, TJ.
Testing.
I would
So-
say they would be actually testing for the
Testing.
virus.
I've been very aggravated going to like different doctors' offices, and some doctors make us wear masks. Some doctors are checking our temperature. Some
Right.
doctors don't give a poop, and some doctors are letting me in the office with him. Some doctors aren't. I'm getting very irritated, just so you know.
I
You know,
understand.
and I get that too, but we went to Tampa General for a mom for her to go get a test done. They would not allow me in there. She got disoriented. I probably should have been arrested because I got very angry at the gentleman that came out to make fun of my mother in front of me, talking to one of his coworkers. Yeah, luckily I was on the phone with somebody and said, if I get arrested, you need to come pick up my mom, because I was not a happy camper. So I sat
Oh.
out there for 2 hours waiting for my mom because they left her up there. Didn't move her, didn't do anything. She had no idea where she was. She had no idea how to get down there, and I was so pissed.
You would have been, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I would've been-
Yeah, I mean, those are the moments where you're going like, do I put them on blast? Do I put them on blast? Is it worth it? Do I?
Yeah, for real.
I would have been so angry.
Yeah.
I would have been calling Mikey Mike as soon as, you know.
Hi, bail bonds. Yeah, we're gonna need to double.
Kevin, I need you to call Mike, come pick up my mama, and leave the truck here. I could care less.
Michael, hold on.
Yeah. So the last big point on this reopening section was talking about universities. There's now apparently all universities, colleges, etc. They're still outlining their own plan as far as how they're reopening. You know, the capacities and everything. Because you have places like here in Lakeland, that's like Florida Southern, Southeastern, which are smaller schools than per se, Florida State or USF. You know, they got to kind of figure out their own numbers.
Cool.
The what?
Dr. Fauci says that universities should open.
Yeah, fully. But they're kind of leaving it up to their own discretion. So I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not going to go through every single university we have here in Florida and just try to say everything they're doing, obviously. But I'm assuming they're trying to be as cautious as possible. Now, here's the funny part with this whole reopening phase: everything is good to go, except for Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties.
But aren't they hot spots?
Starting phase
It's not
one,
fun.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're major hotspots. So it's basically everything from like Delray, Fort Lauderdale, down to Pompano, all the way down to Miami, South Beach, and all that kind of stuff there. So which is again
The Florida Keys, we're gonna start letting visitors come in.
right. So yeah, so it's really funny though how it's just hey, but again you're right, it's hotspot because we have metropolitan areas like Jacksonville and Tallahassee and Pensacola and Orlando, but they weren't as big as hotspot as Miami because you haven't even though Orlando has international flights, they had a lot more internationally.
Stuff as well.
Right, tourism, beaches, etc. So yeah, they kind of have a hodgepodge of everything.
Carlos, you gonna go on a cruise?
Am I going to?
I was like, going by-
I mean, possibly, depending. I don't think anytime soon yet. because I don't trust people and they're idiots.
Yeah.
So, but I will. I mean, I've been in one before. I want to go again, but I see they're on sale like $128.
Felt like that was the breeding zone.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
Like,
I
yeah.
don't think I'd be ready to go on a cruise.
It's a P tier dish. Just
Yeah.
However, I'm totally down to fly somewhere. Like I want to fly to Vegas and go to Vegas, but I don't want to. I don't want to go on a cruise.
So recycled air as opposed to walking outside on deck. Got it.
Yeah.
and recycled air and a food bar 24/7 that people are disgusting at. No.
Got it.
I just said what I'm willing to do.
I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I just really want to go to Vegas.
Never been, so
you
Dying.
recently heard that they are no longer going to be doing free drinks for gamblers.
Yeah, we
so
need to save
now-
that topic.
Why go to
am-
Vegas?
excited to go to Vegas.
I don't know if that's true, so we definitely need to
let's
look
fact check that before we talk about it.
Yeah, we'll double check. Actually, we have friends out there. I spoke with you guys, at least TJ and Brooke, and I talked I told you that I talked with Kelly. And again, so we can ask somebody out there who's working there right now, and see if they're here. Well, but you never know, because sometimes they don't even tell their own employees before things get pushed through state or at corporate level, executive level. But it's,
I would love to know, because that'll just make my decision on
How fast we gotta go?
how fast I need to go.
go.
I don't need to go that fast. I could just go to the Hard Rock here.
Yeah,
Is that open?
It doesn't-
yeah, casinos.
Don't laugh at me. Is that open?
Yeah, no, casinos are finally. I think in Florida, casinos are finally being opened at a certain degree, and not fully yet. So, but from last I heard,
Here's the problem with casino here in Tampa is the table games are so freaking expensive. So expensive,
No,
and maybe I just don't ball like that.
And
Maybe I don't have
they don't
that
have craps.
expendable money.
yeah,
to
I
go
know. Oh, I love craps. Oh,
$20 a table. Yeah, I love to play craps, but
A hand.
I
Well,
don't have
no,
$15,
just
$20
like
a hand. And the one
just
game
one
that
bet, and like when you're playing poker, you've got like 5 or 6 different bets per hand.
there's
So
there's
you're
a Texas
playing-
Hold'em bonus poker that I love
don't
to
know.
play.
I'm
I
not good at
absolutely love to play it, and it is.
Say if you're doing 15.
It would be the $20 a hand.
It's almost $100
It's
a hand.
$20. Your $20 initial bet. By the time it closes out, if you go all the way with it, it's a $50 bet. One hand.
jeez.
So yeah, they priced me out of being able to gamble there. Buy website, people.
We need gambling money.
Yeah, because I need to fill my gambling addiction.
All right, so let's move on to Erica's topic now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ready or not?
Here I come. All right, so I wanted to do a segment on Alf because I'm a huge 80s, 90s kid and I'm just weirdo. But as I started looking into what I wanted to talk about with Alf, I started looking at the characters, and Michael Berryman was one of the faces that I saw. So, one, I was shocked at his age. But the second part was that when I did find his photo, I was like, where? I've seen this dude before. Like, where the heck have I seen him before? So did you know that he made a career out of portraying characters in horror films because of his rare medical condition? And it's HED, which...
That big ass nose.
And head.
That's the
Oh,
Polish. Stop talking about me. Okay. Anyways, it's a rare condition characterized by the absence of sweat glands, hair, and fingernails.
Hey, sing his background.
Also, do not have teeth.
Wait, say that again.
Some of the people that have that condition also do not have teeth.
I didn't know that.
Well,
See, I didn't even Google that part because I was just like shocked by that.
because-
Well, I looked into that disease. I guess there's a couple other well-known people that have it, but I didn't.
Shit, you went farther than I did. I hate you. Did you also know that he won an award in 2007 for Igor and nominated in 1978 for the Saturn Award as the best actor in The Hills Have Eyes? I did not know that either.
I read that.
Now, here's the question I have. I didn't know that Hills Have Eyes was an older movie, and then it was a remake, apparently, that Rob Zombie did.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either until I
Yeah.
started looking at this. I was like, dang.
Yeah, because I saw that and I'm going like, wait, didn't she mean 2000? Like, no, and yeah, I had
Yeah.
no idea.
So I was like, wait a second. I kept clicking and clicking and clicking. But his age, he is my father's age, and I had no idea. So he's 71.
Wow.
I was like, holy crap.
But okay, yeah. So never mind. You're gonna get right into this next question that I already had. So go ahead.
So, because I am a sheltered child, the only movies that I know him from is Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home, Star Trek 5, Final Frontier, 2006, Penny Dreadful. I don't know if you guys ever watched that television show on HBO, and the new season is out. 2009, Outrage, 2010, Scooby-Doo, Curse of the Lake Monster, 2014, The Apocalypse, 2017, Z Nation, and he actually has a new one coming out called Room 9. So
Oh.
I'm kind of excited because now that I know who this dude is, like I'm like,
And at age 71.
yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now,
Like
now
my father would not get up and do that.
I thought at first, hold on, wasn't he the guy in the Goonies?
No.
No, that wasn't him. No, who was he then? I know everybody keeps thinking that because yeah, no, but I'm trying to remember where else he was from. Because he looks like Sloth. Let's be honest. Come on.
So there's a link that we attached.
I
You
saw
can
it.
go
I
ahead
know.
and click that.
I know. No, I said I already looked at, it, but I'm just saying. We look at the picture, you're like, oh, I thought it was Sloth. I'm like, oh no, it's not Sloth. Oops, I'm a jerk.
But I'm gonna
Yep.
go ahead and copy that wiki and put it in our chat too because it was pretty cool. At least I thought it was.
Say what, TJ?
If you pull up the photo, I would think that too. I would think that he could.
You see? Yeah, I'm not just being insensitive a-hole.
You're insensitive.
Oh, trust me, I'm sensitive.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
See,
Welcome to the real us, guys.
Here we go. This is normally what we're doing in living.
Oh my goodness.
all right. So I think we're actually doing pretty good on time with this right here. But again, I'm kind of curious though, since we're talking about horror movies, I'm not a huge
No, not those horrors.
horror movies. I'm sorry, I'm finishing one down, and apparently enunciation goes out the window here. But I'm not a huge horror movie buff, but I have some friends and just individuals and acquaintances that I know, and for some reason they're just all about horror movies. That's their life. B movies, like Toxic Avenger and things like that. I think he did Toxic Avenger. Is that him? Because I swear to God, I should really click on it, shouldn't I?
Well, here's the guy that's Sloth that you wanted. I just put that in the chat. His name
Yeah.
is John
Okay, well that's
Matuszewski,
Matuzak.
and he actually passed away in 1989. Just so you know.
Oh,
He was part of the NFL
wow.
in 1973 with the Raiders. As a matter of fact, he won a second Super Bowl in 1981. Is this him?
Yeah,
That's who I clicked on. Okay, I'm
I'm looking at it too, going that. Listen, the other dude looks like they got the credits wrong.
I know, right? I was like, did I do this wrong?
I know Wikipedia. It can be changed by anybody. I'm just saying.
I know, but
Somebody's
yeah,
messing with us.
Wait a second. It said he died in '89, but they produced a movie in '90.
I'm like,
Well, he could have first made the movie and then post production.
Oh, okay. So yes, it looks like he did like 10, 15 movies and some whole crap ton of TV shows.
that's why
TJ
Goonies,
said he was
was
6'8"?
1985, so 4 years later he passed away. But yeah, he was 6'8".
Wow.
Oh, and he went to college. He was at University of Tampa, Brookell.
We're alums.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We learn something new every day, guys.
Yeah, here we go. We're doing it together. But what I was getting at earlier is that I can't get into the whole horror genre too much. I mean,
Yeah.
it's some things I like psychological thrillers. That's okay, but like the Saw movies after the first one, I couldn't watch anymore. I'm like, to see people to go through that, just for me, it's too much. Some people are just like, yes, excellent, and I get it. They're movie buffs
I would
because
close my eyes or not look.
yeah, no, but even then, you eventually have to be like, oh damn, I kind of.
Where they weren't even like psychological anymore. It was just
Yeah, the
Gory.
third one is where it started to get in. The first two were good, I thought.
Yeah, but even then, still, I just number one, there's enough.
the gross stuff.
Yeah, there's enough bad in the world already happening. He's like, I don't need to be scared by more stuff, But anyways, regardless of all that, the point being is, I have a lot of friends who are also movie buffs, and I've worked theater before, so I get it. They like it because the production in this, and how did they do that special effect, and that aspect I get it. But some people just love being scared. They just love having a nightmare or something. I'm like, why? What in your psyche just says that my life's not tough enough? I must do something now to make it. Ugh. But some
Did
people
you
just
see how he died?
and
Yeah.
squirrel.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Left field.
That's awesome.
He died of an accidental local anesthetic overdose.
Accidental.
Holy crap! Yeah, accidental.
Normally you get from a doctor
Oh,
or
okay.
local anesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Carlos. I apologize.
I'm so glad you're listening to me through all this. Cool. 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 Cool.
I'm sorry, Jake Peralta. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. So, but anyways, yeah. So I prefer watching wholesome movies, and if I am gonna watch something scary, I like a good psychological thriller. Like
So porn is wholesome?
Yeah.
no, I'm sorry. I switched gears like in the middle of a thought. I'm sorry.
In the
So
middle of a thought.
yeah.
Good try, buddy.
So anyways, okay.
Who doesn't like violence?
Wholesome.
Yeah,
There you go.
exactly. Hey, sex and violence. Come on. So
You made me pull up last 2 weeks ago rap battles.
hey,
Those are fun.
come on.
So
Look.
wholesome.
So wholesome.
Yeah, but anyways, you're missing the point here. I'm trying to tell a story.
Oh, it is the point.
Wholesome. Like I would think like maybe Sweet Home Alabama or something like that. No, but wholesome. Big Daddy. Some sort of a wholesome movie. Carlos.
Well, actually, no. Psychological thrillers like The Cell. Do you guys remember that one with J-Lo?
Yes. How can you not forget J-Lo in the Cell?
What movie?
The Cell, J-Lo. That was a great psychological thriller. Even something like The Talented Mr. Ripley, actually. That was a great sociopath, psychological thriller.
I
So-
have not.
I like Butterfly
I
Effect.
saw it on our You Decide list.
Yeah.
And I was like, that looks. I didn't know what it was, so I looked it up, and I was like, that looks like a good movie. I want to see.
Yeah, it's. I'm telling you, it messes with your head, and those things I like is it makes you think it's scary because it's more real life, and again, as I've said before, although I am Catholic, I'm not a very good one, but anything like that has to do with exorcisms, oh my god, I'm telling you, like that gets me right there. I'm like that'll keep me up at night, going like,
I can't.
Okay,
do
then you're
the-
gonna like the movie The Dark that I just watched today.
no, I probably won't.
You will. It's not that bad.
I'll sit here for the next 3 weeks going, hey guys, haven't slept.
It's not that bad. I promise to gosh, because I don't like them either. But it's not that bad.
Movie recommendations up in the chat so that way I can
Yeah.
at least remember to watch them.
All right, yeah,
Okay.
put them on there. So we have what? The Cell. We have The Dark. We have Talented Mr. Ripley. So that way Brooke can remember that one too. So yeah, but again, if you want to scare me, show me somebody's credit card statement. That'll be scary. It's
All
like,
the
oh,
ways-
Yeah. Show me a 19-year-old's credit card statement.
what happened? Like, you're co-signed, aren't you? I can tell.
Yeah, on topic, we were
I
talking.
can't believe all the money that we wasted when we were younger.
I just don't want to think about it anymore. It just hurts.
Talking with my friends Rick and Laura at bowling the other night, and Laura had said, she goes, I hope that they get back to one. I hope they get back to like home ec classes and things like that to teach you how to do stuff. But like a personal accounting class where you can figure out how to balance your checkbook, balance your credit cards, teach you about spending money, teach you about grocery costs, things like that.
Arto has that. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Accounting 1 and 2 and a business,
There
like a
still
general
needs to be-
business class in high school. 'Cause
There has
I know
to be
Carlos
a
did
general
too.
one that's not an elective. There has, yeah. It's gotta
But
be.
it should be.
It's not an elective. They have to take it in Barto.
Okay, good.
Good.
Like it was elective for us, and I've always been interested in business and stuff, so I wanted to take it.
Right.
Thought it was
Nice.
very interesting.
Listen, when you graduate from high school, you need to know about credit ratings. You need to know about growing your credit. You need to know how to F up your credit. You need.
But you should also know how to
seriously,
log on to
because-
your banking.
But
and
this is how people
set
are.
up a bank account.
This is how you're able to buy a car, buy a house, buy a this, buy a that. All the things
And,
that you
yes.
eventually need to buy.
Your parents should teach you, but sometimes
Okay, so are you guys going to be that parent that starts a
totally.
credit card for your kids that at the age of 13 that they were, and I'm keeping it below 50%, so it's making payments, so it looks like they have astonishing credit.
Actually,
100%.
What?
so
So gonna negate that.
yeah. So you get me going now here. I'm starting my engine.
Sorry.
No, but I'm saying you.
Flame, look out!
Yeah. I'm trying to stay on target, but if the credit card companies want us to be taught or want English good.
Want us to teach English good?
But they've taught us to carry over a balance, etc. and whatnot, because that'll pay them interest. You don't have to do that as long as you're
Right.
paying it off or something. So I mean, you know, if it's a $300 balance card, you put 150, and then yeah, I get it, 50%, but don't carry over $20. No, just pay the whole thing off. The
No, I
credit
make
company,
them pay on it every week. So
yeah, to make sure that by the next statement it's paid off or something. Yeah,
Yes.
so and that's fine. Whichever way you do it, as long as it's done by then, that's what matters. And a lot of people, but a lot of people are taught that, oh no, you carry over balance. That's just kind of like a myth that kind of went around a long time, because they were saying, oh, do this because they're just trying to make sure they pay interest. But
Right.
Yep.
so again, but you're right. I mean, I know that that's part of what I do is education. So I will be a parent that you're like, you're learning this or you're, bleh.
Every Sunday, we throw
Yeah, we pay
everything
weekly.
goes on our cards,
Yeah.
and everything, and all our clients' ad spends, stuff like that. If they don't have a card on file to bill their file, like if they elected for us to run, like sweet, I get all the points. They're pre-invoiced anyways, but that card is run every Sunday. Every single Sunday, I log in and pay off the balance, pay off the balance, pay off the
There you
balance.
go.
Every single Sunday, I never carry a balance, and we came back from. I don't have to be shy about it. We had to file for bankruptcy 10 years ago, and we've battled back from that to have pretty freaking stellar credit. That now we're shopping for land. You don't turn around your credit from sub fives to 700 in 7 years off of leaving balance on the card and getting charged a $30 penalty a month or whatever that
at
percentage.
24% interest.
To me, that's one of those myths
Insane.
of social media. They're like, if we can get this out into the media, we could make millions of dollars off of all the fees.
It was even
Like,
before social
nope.
media. It was the credit card companies.
Pay that
like
junk
Carlos
off.
said.
Put everything on your card, pay it off. Put it all on the card, pay it off every single week. Don't live outside your means. Pay it off every week. If there's something that
Yeah,
you
your
need
normal bills that you're gonna spend money on anyways. Put that on your card and then pay it off.
if you can't afford to pay it off within a month or two, then don't buy it.
Don't
Yep.
buy it.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, and if you can't, then hey guys, hit me up. I can help you. Just
We got a
saying.
guy.
Just saying.
Yeah.
But
So we got about 5 minutes till our guest comes rolling in, so I'm super excited. Carlos, you want to teach us how to make a drink?
yes, I would love to teach you how to make a drink. So what I'm going to do here real quick is actually I got to think this out through for the next time, but if somebody can take a chance to go ahead and copy paste that recipe on there.
I got you.
Thank you so much. And I'll go ahead and start putting in right now to make a drink, but our guest just joined us, Ms. Amy Sharpe. Hello, hello.
Wait.
There we
Okay.
go. We can hear you now.
Okay.
So thank you for joining us today. You caught me right now in the middle of making a drink. So so real quick, no, you're good. Thank you for joining us. I'm making a Long Island iced tea. So this is gonna be, it's a half-ounce gin, half-ounce tequila, half-ounce vodka, half-ounce white rum, half-ounce triple sec, 1 ounce simple syrup, and 1 ounce lemon juice, and a bit of cola. But I'm trading out the simple syrup for an organic blue agave. So I'm making it live here with us now. I've already got everything a little pre-poured here. So again, by the way, Amy, this thing is more famous than I am. So yeah, so I got everything done already as far as all the mixture except for the simple syrup. I just didn't want it going on there and getting bad for me. So, and I still need to do here 1 full ounce of the simple syrup. Bam! Look at this.
You can't free pour.
He's got his little measure.
Hey, if you're gonna do it right,
Be exact.
okay?
I would think with all your baking now that you get good at the free pour.
Yeah, I would think that too, but I've realized no. Because I'm not gonna say I'm traumatized. I'm just saying that things have happened before, and I just don't want to take a chance. I may have had trauma. I don't know. I'm just laying it out there. But yeah, so I don't free pour anymore, especially drinks. I learned that earlier on in my life because all of a sudden I got a little too drunk.
All of a sudden.
yeah, things happen. Don't judge me. I'm just saying. So yeah, but the point is, here's a Long Island iced tea. It's now already set done, and oh my god. Okay, cool. Oh yeah. Oh, there goes the lemon in there. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, look at that. Ooh.
You are the worst bartender ever.
Don't do your day job, Carlos.
Bars are back open. Thank you. Next week we can interview somebody that works at a bar.
Hey, we already did. We already did. We had Becca. Don't forget.
5 segment to make a drink.
We could have a guest bartender.
Yep, that's what we
Yeah.
gotta do.
That's what we do.
Gotta do.
All right,
So cheers.
put that on the list.
Haters, all of you.
Cheers. It's so dark.
Cheers.
Listen, why is that so dark?
Yeah, why is
How
it
much
dark?
soda did you put in that? Are you using dark? What do you got going on?
Well, I had to do more than a dash.
They're supposed to be the color of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I had to put a little bit more, okay? Well, no, actually, it's also darker because I'm using it's supposed to be simple syrup, but I'm using agave, which is a little darker. So
It's like I'm using Jemima's.
So I thought it was Aunt Jemima's.
sugar-free syrup.
Butterworth.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Anitra said she's horrified that you put your spirits in plastic.
Spirits. Oh well, yeah, for that first thing. But this
Wow.
is glass, so don't worry.
It's like,
You know, haters gonna hate. I'm just saying. Anyways, hi Amy. How are you
Hi,
doing?
Amy.
Hi, I'm good. I've been running around in the rain today
Oh.
with some of my princess friends, so it's been a long day.
Oh well. That sounds like a very magical time.
Oh yes, two of our princess friends that have not had a chance to get out and do a parade visit actually both got to go today. Snow White and Sleeping Beauty were both out. A rare sight to see.
Wow.
Wow.
Especially in this world that's on fire at this moment.
Yes.
Right?
not quite a carriage, but I have a 1928 Model A if you guys ever want to borrow it. I mean, I have to drive it, but
A horseless carriage. Those are
yeah.
fun.
Oh, it's got some horses.
They're just invisible.
So
What have you
Carlos, that's
guys
the
been
first
up
question.
to? I've been out walking with princesses. What's everybody else been doing?
well, we've been sitting here waiting for you.
Oh, well, I'm here.
Hooray! No, that's a great thing. So okay. So for those who don't know, so before I got hated on here earlier a moment ago, for those who don't know, Amy Sharpe, owner of Dreams Come True Entertainment, and also fairy princess.
Fairy Tale Hollow. It's on my shirt.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Oh, wow.
But by the way, we try to do a Disney theme here. So essentially,
I saw.
yeah. So now this is you got
Oh,
TJ
you got your
there.
shirt.
Yeah, Brooke's got hers too. Erica's just pink, and
Well, she's got Elsa back there with her.
well, yeah, she does. So, and mine was one of the ones from Epcot. So I chose mine from the 2000s.
But the last time you went to
That was
Disney.
Carlos's, yeah, that was his shirt. All around the person with the flag. Like, you don't speak English. You walk around with me.
Why do I sound Japanese?
So what happens when you go to Epcot? You're multicultural.
Well, you say that because you don't drink. I hit every, anyways.
You go to all the countries.
Okay, exactly. But yeah, so again, Amy, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Again, being a business owner here, going through everything during this pandemic time. But again, with everything that you're doing for parties, for children, for events, corporate events, I'm assuming as well. Really, starting question that we have for you is, what kind of sparked the idea to start this type of business? To kind of go through this, and also on top of that, why Disney characters specifically?
Oh, well, I started my business because growing up, I have always been one to involve all my cousins into putting on shows for our family. When we go to like our yearly family vacation, I would involve everyone in putting on like these epic musical productions, like Broadway songs and everything. So I've always kind of liked performing, and I've taken like theater in high school and college. And I've always been into having like super accurate costumes all the time. So I always win Halloween, of course. And then I became a teacher actually, because I got my degree in theater, but as most of us know, like show business is about who you know. So wasn't having too much luck there. Became a teacher as my I guess backup career. And while I was doing that, I was an art teacher and I was researching projects. And then I kind of like was looking on the internet and I saw that there's a market that people are interested in having fairy tale characters come to parties. So I'm like, that's a great idea. That's like the perfect job for me because I know fairy tales very well, and I love acting and dressing up. So why not make it a business?
Yeah,
Awesome.
there you go. That's awesome.
That's awesome. What's your favorite characters? Like, who do you like to portray the most?
My favorite is Rapunzel for sure. Um, and I also love Ariel, and she was my main BFF before Elsa came along and took over the world. And I used to really not like being Elsa because I didn't understand why everybody likes her so much. But after seeing Frozen 2, I do like Elsa. I loved the movie, and that is very weird for me to say because I hated Frozen 1, and I couldn't stand Olaf. But spoiler alert: when Olaf dies in Frozen 2, I was
Ugh.
sobbing, and I don't even like that guy. So
Uh,
definitely Rapunzel, Ariel, and I prefer Anna to Elsa, but unfortunately, most of the time I don't get to be her. I'm usually the older sister there with the ice powers. But Anna's fun too.
Hey, Brooke, since I stole your question, you can steal
Yeah.
mine. I'm sorry.
When you're not working and portraying fairy tale characters, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Well, since I started my business, I haven't really had much spare time. I'm like always working, it feels like. But before I was consumed by Disney and magic and everything, I loved going to theme parks. Surprisingly, and I also like to go on hikes and everything, and just go out and explore the things to do around town. I like to go on I guess they had it. I don't know if they still do because I haven't watched the news in forever. But like the one tank trip thing where the guy will go and like investigate like dinosaur world, like those kind of things I like to do. So go on adventures.
Okay.
That's good.
What is something that you would like to do or try that you've never had a chance to?
Oh, that's a tough one. I definitely would love to travel more. I had a chance to study abroad for a month when I was in college, but I went to England, so I mean, like, exciting new country, but kind of similar to the United States. So I'd like to go to maybe Japan sometime. That would be fun, or just traveling in general. Um, I also really love The Headless Horseman. That is my favorite Disney movie. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but like 1949, they made a cartoon version of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Oh yeah.
Best ever. And this year, I'm hoping to go to the real Sleepy Hollow and see Headless Horseman land in real life.
Where's that at?
In New York. It's a real town in New York.
Oh.
I'm going to Google that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Obviously, you've seen.
You had to go around Halloween because that's when they've got all these like crazy events going on. But speaking of Disney, though, they actually had not this past year, but previous 2 years, they had where you could meet the Headless Horseman at the what's it called, the Fort Wilderness Campground,
Mhm.
and you could watch the little movie in the horse barn with all the horses. Then he's really there with his horse, and you can meet him. And like at the end of the movie, they pull up the screen, and there's like all this smoke and I cried. I was like, oh my God, he's real. And I got to meet Headless Horseman.
I've heard he's a part of the not so scary Halloween.
Yeah, he leads off the Boo to You parade, which is the greatest parade in the history of Disney World. So if you guys haven't had a chance to see Boo to You, it is awesome. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see it this year, but
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
Well,
So
Disney.
they actually have 9 different things.
I want to do the Christmas one, the Very Merry Christmas.
yeah, that
Because
one's good. But Halloween is better in my opinion. Because you get all the free candy, you get to see the villains. They've got a sweet show, the best parade, and you can dress up as.
I do like the villains. The villains.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Unfortunately, I only have one villain that we offer. It's Maleficent, but I've always wanted to have a villains ball, but it's like super expensive to add new characters. And every time we try to have a fundraiser, it usually just ends up trying to cover the cost of the event. So we haven't really been successful in adding more villains, unfortunately.
Makes sense.
Now, question right now, Amy: is that a green screen or is that an actual place you're at?
No, this is the Enchanted Fairy Tale Hollow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a fancy magical place where you can come and it's good for any event. Probably not the most manly of events unless you really want them to be like flowery and enchanted.
Nothing
but
wrong
hey,
with that.
you know, that could be awesome. But I can turn it around and show you. Like, we have a grand staircase. Oh wait, grand
wow.
staircase. It's kind of dark. I should have turned on the lights. Well, the light is kind of on over here in the swamp room. We have a swamp room because our theme is frogs, but you can kind of see in there. It's green, and we have like flowers hanging from the ceiling.
Oh wow.
What?
Magical. And it's right in downtown Lakeland, but no one knows where we are because we're kind of like off the beaten path in an alley. We're actually where the Lakelander used to have their office, but they have relocated their kingdom, and now we are here in
So you're
Trader.
in Trader's Alley. Okay. I know exactly where you are.
Places over there, Liquid Hair Studio.
Yeah, it's like kind of like a street behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys will have to come visit.
Definitely have to do
Yes.
that. Yes. That'd be
Well,
very
Do you guys do like birthday parties and stuff there? Is that like why it's all decorated?
Yeah, I've always wanted since I started my business to have like an event venue so that we could throw our own events. Because previously we've partnered with different businesses in the community to do like tea parties, makeover things, all kinds of stuff like that. And we love partnering with the community, but I've always wanted to like have my own events so I can like decorate it to the max and like do like a villains ball, for example. We can like
Right.
decorate like Halloween and put on a show because we do 2 big events every year that are for charity, where we have like a Valentine's True Love one with all the princes and princesses, and then we got Christmas that kind of stars Frozen and Beauty and the Beast. But I've always wanted a place to host it myself because normally I have to spend like $9 million renting somewhere, and that's not good when you're trying to raise money for charity. So
So
now I finally have my own kingdom.
how many people could you host for a party?
I'm not exactly sure. Our most populated event that we had before Go Craziness was, of course, a Frozen event called Fairy Tale Treats, where it's kind of like a tea party where we have like themed little snacks, and then we put on like a whole show of whatever character. So Frozen, and we did like the entire Frozen 1 through Frozen 2, complete with costume changes and songs. And we had, I believe, 50 people, I think.
Wow. Okay.
Now,
But I think we could, because I was surprised. I thought we were going to take up all this plate, all the whole space with all the customers, but they only like took up the one big room. So we could probably host more people. I'll have to set it up one day with all the tables and chairs and see how many we can.
Okay, so I just saw your braids when you turned.
Oh
Is that
yeah.
your real hair, or is that for?
Oh no, it's my real hair. Since I have such long hair, I have to braid it and then like wrap it around my head to fit it underneath some of the more famous hairstyles that I may wear. And also my hair is rainbow colored, thanks to my lovely friend Sarah Ray. If you guys need mermaid hair, you should.
oh yeah, I know Sarah. Yeah, she's well, not only does she do hair, but she does Moxie too.
Yes. And you may know her as Isla Blue in Moxie with her lovely blue mermaid hair.
Yes.
But yeah, she helped me out there because I have a very good mermaid friend named Bubbles who sometimes visits birthday parties, but lately she's been visiting out in front of our store here on Saturday when the farmers market is going on to visit our friends on land since she's been stuck under the sea.
Now, question, and this one's a little serious though. How do you have so much energy this late at night?
Oh, I don't know. I guess because my diet consists mostly of sugar. Desserts my. I did eat a giant cupcake right before this, so I mean.
Just had to know. Just had to know. I'm sitting here going, "Ooh, I'm feeling drained."
'Cause she's always been bubbly and just
I
like
know.
happy and just like since I've known her, it's just like always just happy.
You know, I used your magical wizard computer skills to fix the archives of the kingdom when they were lost so scarily a couple years ago.
To,
A couple years ago.
to evil magic.
Yes, the evil queen was behind it. I know it.
Hey, I'm not evil.
Now,
No, you
I know.
now, here's the thing though. I've been curious about. So you've been doing, of course, a lot of Disney characters. You know, yourself. You have people that work with you as well doing characters. But how does it come about when you're talking about saying, okay, being a Disney character, how do you avoid getting sued? Is
Well-
it public domain or?
or every fairy tale that Disney has used is in the public domain in some way or another. So they didn't name, or they've named a few characters, which is where you have to be careful. But most of the characters like Belle, Cinderella, Princess Aurora, Snow White, those are the names that are in the fairy tales. And Disney just presented that fairy tale and like changed a little bit to go along with the way they wanted to present it. But like even Frozen is based on the Snow Queen. So, but they came up with Anna and Elsa. So I cannot legally sell you Anna and Elsa. I can sell you the Snow Queen and her lovely sister, the Ice Princess. And they named Ariel as well. So Ariel cannot be sold, but the Little Mermaid can come and visit your kingdom.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Makes sense.
So I was gonna say, if anything, you must have a great lawyer next to you. No.
I just got to make sure that I'm following the rules. And also, because Disney is so beloved, it's always been very important to me to make sure that I portray the characters accurately, because I'm sure everybody, now that Frozen has made this such a common thing, has seen someone in a bad Halloween costume trying to do something like what I do. And we always want to make sure that we're trying to like give these characters justice, like they should be portrayed accurately in the same way like that Disney or whoever has made them famous this way would be proud of, because sometimes the people you meet might only see this character when you portray it, and you don't want to be like smoking a cigarette as Cinderella or on your cell phone, you know. So we always try our very hardest to be authentic, and I think that's part of what helps too with like making sure you're following the rules and doing a good job, where they might want to come after someone who is like walking down the street with Mickey Mouse holding his head next to him, you know, and not trying to do it in a way that doesn't make the character look bad.
That's awesome.
Well, I mean,
Very cool.
because PR is big for Disney, obviously.
Yes.
I can only imagine that.
Yeah, that's what I try to strive for too, is because everyone knows Disney, loves Disney, and they're always known for their like really amazing customer service and making everyone feel special, and dreams can come true, and la la la. And that's what I try to do as well, is bring that magic to people and keep the magic that was brought to life by Disney himself alive, that those, since he's no longer with us, those who work now for the company do that as well. So hopefully.
You say he's no longer with us, but I'm still believing the theory that we got a head cryogenically frozen or something.
Yeah, it's in
It's
it's in the haunted mansion.
Yeah.
When you- one of those is a real head.
Now, dreams come true for TJ, because if you can see his background, that's the Disney Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm in Disney too.
Oh well, yeah. I mean,
My-
giant fireworks and
Yeah, fireworks at the Magic Kingdom, Star Wars Land.
and they sell this at Disney, usually at the bars. I got nothing.
You're representing Epcot. We just need an Animal Kingdom. And
Yeah,
unfortunately, my frog mascot is not here today. He's staying the night in Tampa. Otherwise, I could represent the Animal Kingdom with Ichabod, our frog mascot. And yes, he is named after Ichabod Crane.
Yes.
That's
All right.
awesome.
So, Amy, do you have a trivia question for us about Disney?
I do. I decided I came up with a couple. I thought I'd start you out kind of easy and ask you, who is the very first princess that Disney created or made famous? They didn't create.
Who was the first one?
I would say Snow White.
I would think Snow White.
I could be wrong.
Everybody
Erica?
agrees?
That's kind of the only one that comes to mind for me.
Well, you are right. It is
Yeah.
Snow White was the very first princess, and also the very first full-length animated feature as well. And it won an Oscar, I believe. And
Wow.
Shirley Temple presented it to Walt Disney, and there was a regular size and 7 little ones
Oh.
for all this.
Okay. Cool. All right. I like that. Okay. What's next?
Okay, this one is kind of hard. I don't know if anybody might know it, but maybe you guys do. When is Walt Disney's birthday or birth year, if that's a little easier? Is anybody?
Yeah, nope.
Yeah.
Wait.
48, wasn't it?
No. If he was 48, he'd still be alive now.
No, 1948.
I know that. He'd only be 67 here right now. 1920. No,
I don't know.
1932.
Got me.
He was born December 5th, 1901.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I'm telling you,
And,
cryogenically frozen.
That will be easy to remember now.
Yeah.
And
1901.
Mickey actually was born in the 20s, in 1928. So you were close there on the 20s at least.
And what I do know, though, because my mom is, she's probably going to shoot me for not knowing this, but actually,
Mom was born in 1901. Stop it.
yeah. Well, no, it's the fact that Mickey Mouse was not the first rendition. It was actually Oscar the Lucky Rabbit.
Oswald, yeah.
Oswald, I'm sorry, Oswald. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, but then apparently he didn't get the rights for it, so he couldn't use it until like right now, like in the last decade or something. It finally became out of that where it got back to him, where he could use it, and or Disney could claim it back for them. And yeah, so and that would be, and of course the first animation, which is Steamboat Willie, was the first, you know, at least Disney black and white animation. So I do remember those things, small facts about those kind of items. So, all right, you said you have another one, or
Oh, my other one is not really a trivia question. I was just going to ask you guys what your favorite characters were and why. So it's just like, I guess, a fun question, not necessarily.
okay, no, well, it's hard one to think because I know last week I said that I wanted to be the chicken from Moana, but
Bambi.
Hey, yeah.
First Disney movie that I saw. In
Yeah, it
theaters.
doesn't have to be a princess. Doesn't have to. It could be anybody. Like mine is Ichabod Crane and the Headless Horseman. I mean, you know, could be anything.
Brooke said Bambi.
Bambi was my. It was the
Bambi.
movie I saw. First Disney movie.
Hmm.
And probably first movie. My
I
dad.
remember when I was small watching Bambi, and then when they get lost in the forest and the scary music that's like da 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 da.
I have a mix between Gus from Cinderella,
Oh,
Gus,
Uh,
and that and the Aristocats because
Okay. All of the
Yeah.
Aristocats, or a specific cat?
the little black one, I forget his name, Chanticleer, no,
Did you say Chanticleer?
yeah,
That's the rooster in Rockadoodle. He is awesome.
No, okay.
But I don't remember. I can't remember the black kitten's name though.
yeah.
Because you sprung it on me.
All right, so anyways, because he was the feisty one.
I was trying to.
New Age character, I love Jack Sparrow. Just
Jack
because
Sparrow.
yeah, New Age, but old school probably I would think probably the Beast character. I think.
Oh,
I'd
the
go.
Beast! I was so disappointed when he turned into a man at the end of the movie. As a kid, I was so sad. I wanted him to go back to being a beast. I thought he looked better that way.
So I'm gonna have to go with Blue from the Jungle Book.
Oh.
Got them bare necessities, those simple bare necessities. Okay, that was my favorite.
Those worries and no strife. Bum, bum. I mean the. Okay, anyways. Awesome. So thank you. Those are good ones. So we have one question for you,
Okay.
and
Hopefully I
I
know.
feel like you're definitely gonna know this one.
yeah, I think you might. So I think I went a little easy on you. So, who is the youngest Disney princess? And we're gonna give you 4 choices. So who is?
She doesn't even need the choices.
Oh, do you already know?
Snow White.
No, man.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Choices.
Okay. All right. Follow up. What was her age?
13. Some say 13, some say 14, but I think it's 13.
14.
14.
Yeah, we're done here.
Dang.
Oh man, so that's awesome.
yeah, just random question out of the blue. Yeah.
Well, no, see, I thought I'm like maybe I'll do a follow up. I'm like, she knew it. Never mind.
Are there tunnels under Disney? Yes.
There are. I used to work there, and just the Magic Kingdom though. And technically, they're on like regular level, and the Magic Kingdom is built up, so you're not really underground. And
Oh.
it's called the Utilidor, and you can basically get anywhere you need to in the Magic Kingdom by going underneath. Because Walt Disney is always about not ruining the magic, just like me, and so he didn't want anyone from the different lands to be seen like walking across. Like you couldn't see a Haunted Mansion person like in Tomorrowland because like that would ruin the magic. So they'd have to go down and around if they needed to go. So yes, they're
That's
on.
awesome.
I love
Yes.
it. That's so cool. Like you don't see that in any other parks. At any other parks, it's like, Oh,
They're escorting them through the park.
There's that guy over there smoking a cigarette. Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So Amy, we're gonna have you join us do a segment that we call "You Decide."
Okay.
Okay.
We gotta tell them where to find her, though.
The what?
Yes.
Oh well, no.
Where to find her?
Well, I was gonna say afterwards, but yeah. Okay. So I apologize. I am sorry. Uh, so yes. Amy, would you like to tell us where we can find you then? Your website?
Oh, sure. Our website for booking, I have like 2 websites now because of the pandemic. It's kind of weird. But for booking birthday parties, you just go to floridacharacters.com, and that has all of our information on all of our characters and birthdays. And I have an online store for all of our like digital and socially distant options as well, but I don't know the link for that off the top of my head because it's kind of new. But it is on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Dreams Come True Entertainment. And it is also linked to the Enchanted Fairy Tale Hollow one. But most of the events and the things that we offer, like digitally and socially distantly, those are all character related. So they're on the Dreams Come True Entertainment. Whereas the Enchanted Fairy Tale Hollow is the event venue where we are hoping now that we are able to be back open that we will resume our events, and they're not just character events we have stuff for adults too. Like we're gonna have some drag queen shows coming up, my favorite. And I'm gonna try and start like a karaoke night or a trivia night maybe every once in a while, or something like that for adults. So everything that we do is not related to characters, but that's what we're known for.
Interesting.
That is awesome.
I did throw that in the chat for you already, Carlos.
Thank you. I appreciate you, and I love you for that. So yeah, so we got both your Facebook page on there. We got your website as well on there, linked in through the chat, so that way people can find you and see you on there too. That'll be awesome. So I apologize, but now we'll jump into the game of You Decide, because basically what we have is then options of basically deciding, who do we like. Now, I told you to join us with a hefty beverage or sparkling water, whichever you'd like.
Unfortunately, I have just normal Walmart water because I was working so much I didn't even get to go to the store and get a fun juice or anything.
Fun juice.
I just have regular water. Womp
Oh.
womp.
All right, so we're gonna start first with music. So I'll let Erica take it from here.
Okay.
So, this is all 90s stuff, so I wanted to start my whole thing with 90s, so I'm going with the 90s theme. The first one is Semi-Charmed Life by Third Eye Blind from 1997, or You Ought to Know by Alanis Morissette. Which one do you like better?
Semi-Charmed Life.
Okay.
Same.
There you go. The word.
All right,
5
so
for 5.
social. We drink.
So, oh, my,
Huzzah.
Nobody picked out the cross-eyed bear. Nobody likes cross-eyed bear. All right. Whatever. You ought to know. You ought to know.
all right. The next one, Mariah Carey, Always Be My Baby, or Sixpence, None the Richer, There She Goes.
Okay. I have to go with Mariah Carey because drag queens love that song, and also I cannot stand that Sixpence None the Richer song. Like every time it came on the radio, I'm like, ah! I don't know why, it just gets on my nerves. So, Mariah Carey.
Mariah.
Woohoo!
Mariah.
Carlos.
I was.
Yeah, I know. I already knew what TJ was gonna choose.
I like Sixpence. Sorry.
Well, then you get to drink, baby.
Oh no.
Not so much now, good lord. All your practice lip syncing and you can't lip sync New Year's. Knock it off.
All right. Tony Braxton, Unbreak My Heart, or Little Kim featuring Puff Daddy, No Time.
I'm gonna say Tony Braxton because I like how when she's singing, it like gets so low.
Yeah, I love the Unbreak My Heart, Tony Braxton.
Yes.
Yay!
Tony.
And that whole album was actually pretty good.
It was. So everybody says Tony?
Yeah.
Social drink.
Social.
Yeah,
Why isn't she making music? She
Where
has
is
an
she?
amazing
Where'd
voice.
she go?
She's doing a TV reality show.
Ah.
For real? I love celeb reality. It is my favorite.
I can't.
I know, but it's so good. Have you guys seen Rock of Love? I mean, it's not been on in like 15 years, but that is the best.
No.
Watched a
One
couple
season.
episodes, yeah.
Train wreck, and
There was
we
a train
could not
wreck, and
watch
we're like,
anymore.
we can't not watch this. This is like, yeah.
All
Tiger
right.
King, guitar.
Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You, or Fiona Apple, Criminal.
Ooh, tough one.
I felt like I couldn't choose on this one. I know I have to choose.
I got one good.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
It's just,
I think I'm gonna go with Fiona Apple, even though Dolly Parton did write Whitney Houston's song. I think I'm gonna go with Fiona Apple.
I'm going Whitney.
song that I like personally. I like the darker style music, so I like the Fiona Apple Criminal. But I feel like Whitney Houston and I Will Always Love You is like an iconic song. So if I were to choose one that I like, if one never existed, I would have to choose that Criminal didn't exist over I Will Always Love You, because that's just an iconic song. Personally, I like Criminal, so I don't know where we're falling in that.
That's how I feel.
It's consensus for me too, because the same way what just Brooke said is exactly what's in here right now. Going, God, it's so timeless and classic, but also maybe guy perspective. She's sexy as hell in that music video too. As a growing young man, I was going like, yes, I want to be a criminal.
I know, right?
But I mean, but yeah, for timeless classicness though, I would say Whitney, but I'm gonna go with Fiona Apple. So I like that darker, same, just like Brooke's
I'll
saying.
just go ahead and drink.
You don't have to, Erica. I'm not leaving you hanging. I'm gonna go Whitney.
Okay.
I like Fiona Apple. I love that song,
I was
but
like, TJ loves that song.
but yeah, I'm gonna go Whitney just because I like the movie Bodyguard. I thought it was a great movie.
It was a great movie. Anyways. Next one. Christina Aguilera, Genie in a Bottle, or Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way.
Oh, okay.
Back-
Backstreet Boys gotta win, because like I am jamming to that song, but I do also enjoy.
I love that song.
And the boys are going to say Christina, watch.
No, actually, I was gonna say Backstreet Boys because
Okay.
I'm sorry, because Gina Bottle. I'm sorry, Christina gets a little bit on my nerves. I'm sorry, but her voice just doesn't hit right here for me.
Oh, TJ, you just lost a best friend.
I know, I know he loves Christina.
I
That
just went up
was
to Carlos'
my best
profile
friend.
and clicked unfriend. If you go on Facebook right now, we are not friends.
Haters gonna hate. Get at me on the chat. I don't care. All right. Because, hey, last week we talked about between Christina and Brittany, and I went Brittany. So I'm sorry. Just something about Christina. Just for me, just not.
You did.
No, knock it off.
I
right.
still love Backstreet Boys,
No,
and I
and-
jam
and-
out to them
No, and I
often.
did.
So, you know.
I liked rolling around when I was fresh out of high school, hanging out with some girls, wearing some Backstreet Boys, just because hang out with. Some
They
girls.
had like good
But-
beats behind
Yeah,
the
yeah,
music
it was
too.
great.
Like
But Christina,
it was
no.
fun to like turn it up in the car.
Love me some Christina, always will. Yep, sorry.
It's okay.
Mine are,
All right.
You guys gotta drink. He's the only
are-
one that likes it.
mine are a bit of love.
So moving on to more 90s things, we're going to celebrities now.
All right.
So who is funnier, Steve Martin or Jim Carrey? In the 90s. 90s.
I know. I'm like,
90s.
Types of comedy.
awesome.
Two way different types of comedy, man.
I feel like any true 90s child would have to say Jim Carrey, because The Mask, like Ace Ventura, like everything. And I mean, I like Steve Martin too. I mean, The Father of the Bride is good stuff, but I mean, 90s Jim Carrey.
That's why I specified 90s. You have to go back to the 90s movies.
Yeah.
Airplane is like classic. So
Nah, Jim Carrey.
Yep, Jim Carrey.
personally, yes, Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Carlos.
Liar.
You know, I'm definitely going Jim Carrey, because I don't think I could live with myself if I said something different.
The Mask, Ace Ventura, those were two of the kickoff
Yeah, like
movies
I
that
can't
were
even
like.
imagine cinematic history without Jim Carrey in it. So
But again, we got to define here. It's the 90s. You know, if you're going before that or something, Steve Martin, he was king of all that stuff.
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
The
Right.
Jerk. You
he had a
know.
lot of.
So I know that they weren't really in these roles, but to play an Avenger role, who would you have rather seen? Brad Pitt playing Captain America or Eddie Murphy playing the Falcon?
The hilarity of
That,
Eddie Falcon would have been ridiculous.
that would be funny.
That would be funny.
But
I think I would say Eddie Murphy because I'm not really a fan of Brad Pitt. I know.
In the 90s, you have to go back to the 90s.
Well, yeah. But I still like Brad Pitt's just been like.
Captain America.
Yeah, in the 90s, I would have gone with Brad Pitt.
Everybody thinks he's like super sexy, but I'm like.
In Cool World, he was.
Oh.
Back in the day.
Yeah, that's why I said 90s. This is based on 90s. Y'all have to think back in the 90s.
Judging his
Back in the
character
day before he was a cheater.
Jesus. I'm going with Brad.
Thank you.
I'm alone.
Yeah,
I'll go with
you're
Brad.
gonna end up being alone on that one.
All right, so drink your water there, Amy.
Eddie Murphy would have just made me laugh as the Falcon. Give me my wings.
If he did it as Donkey, like the way he does Donkey from
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, wow. All right, who is a better bad guy? Matt Damon playing Tom Ripley or Nicolas Cage playing Castor Troy? 90s.
I don't know. I prefer Nicolas Cage to Matt Damon. Again,
In the
he's
90s.
another one that everybody's like, oh my God, he's so dreamy, and I was like, no.
He was old in the 90s.
And for those who don't know, the reference to the movies is The Talented Mr. Ripley with Matt Damon and Face Off.
Me and TJ have not seen
Talented
the
Mr.
talented
Ripley.
Mr. Ripley. That's why I looked it up today when I saw this. Would you
Would you
So we
rather?
have a movie to
You
watch
decide.
tomorrow night because
and I was
I'm a
like,
big Matt Damon fan.
that
so.
looks like an amazing movie.
So I did good? I did good, guys?
You did good.
Yeah, something that we don't, that Brooke and I didn't know. That's
But-
really good.
Face Off is one of our favorite movies
Yeah.
as well. So, obviously, we're gonna have to go with Castor Troy
And
right
is
now.
it Nicolas Cage or is it John Travolta?
Is it
Which
John
one? We
Travolta?
don't know.
You know.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to watch Talented Mr. Ripley because I'm a huge Matt Damon fan. Like,
And Matt
I
Damon plays
love the movies that
pretty
he's
good bad
in.
guy.
So yeah, I'll be excited to watch that. Thank you for putting that on the list.
Make sure you put it out in the chat, I think. So, but I'm going also with
I
Matt
will.
Damon because, again, as I mentioned earlier, the psychological thriller types. Even though Face Off was also a good movie, but out of these two, I got to go with Matt.
Okay. So I actually chose Nicolas Cage because I'm a huge Nicolas Cage fan. Wasn't a Matt Damon fan until early 2000s.
So I'm the only one who's drinking. Then got it.
Bigger blockbuster for the 90s, Armageddon or Con Air?
Armageddon.
Armageddon.
Let's say Armageddon.
Yep. Okay,
Social
we're gonna
drink.
Go ahead and social
Oh my
drink.
God. Going back to
And let
back.
me just say that the greatest Aerosmith song is in that movie. I know everybody's gonna say it's lame, but I totally think they need to play that on the Rock and Roller Coaster. Like,
Yes.
I've been saying that
It'd be
for years.
it would be too slow.
No, you just gotta
Gotta jam out.
stop. And you're like, don't wanna close my eyes.
Well, you got to open it in the dark.
Fall asleep.
Yes.
Yes.
That and just Liv Tyler. Just
Yeah.
Liv Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just put Liv Tyler next to me on Rock and Roller Coaster. We're good.
We're so good.
The whole time I was be writing like, "Hi."
Word of battle from episode 1 of the Frack Paddy Wack show is Liv Tyler or Scarlett Johansson in hotness, and we're so we don't know. We don't want to choose.
Yeah, for real.
We don't want to choose. We just
All right.
don't.
Bigger female heartthrob in the 90s,
Okay.
Alyssa Milano or Jessica Biel?
Both of you.
I don't even know what Jessica Biel was in the
I
90s.
mean,
Party of Five?
Where people liked Alyssa Milano probably in the 90s, but when I was a child, I read books and didn't really watch TV or movies, so I didn't really know who either one of them was. But I feel like the people that I was around preferred Alyssa Milano.
She had a better, in my opinion, a better scope
Yeah, back then at least.
in the 90s, yes.
I'm going Alyssa.
TJ?
I'm studying.
You're looking at current pictures.
Yeah. I forgot the 90s at the end.
Yeah,
of it.
you have to specify 90s. I'm sorry, I should have put a link for you on what I was looking at.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it
Alyssa Milano
Alyssa
was
Milano.
Social drink.
What a cutie pie.
She was.
She was. All right, boys. Bigger male heartthrob: Mark Paul Gosselaar or Mario Lopez?
Mario Lopez, AC Slater.
Mario, my man.
I'll have to go with
Wait,
Mark Paul.
Where were we?
Mark Paul Gosselaar or Mario Lopez? Saved by the Bell.
Zach or Slater?
Zach and Slater.
Zach all day.
Yeah,
Zach all day.
yeah.
He
Sorry.
was way fun.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go. Yeah, you're gonna have to.
But we're not going for funny. We said heartthrob, and I'm sorry.
I did say heartthrob.
That's what makes him
Slater.
hot.
He was a surfer boy.
All right, so it's you and me, Amy. It's okay. It's all right. They can be wrong. It's all right.
Scarier movie: Candyman or Tremors?
Ooh, I thought you were gonna say Scream because I was traumatized by Scream in the '90s. But I don't know. I never saw Candyman, but Tremors is not scary at all to me. So I guess Candyman because I've never seen it. So I don't know.
Candyman's pretty traumatizing too.
Yeah,
And I-
Candyman scared the shit out of me.
They're one of them.
Both are pretty scary, which we'll have to watch. We'll have to watch both because both are pretty scary
And I have really
for the
only
90s
heard
especially.
of Candyman. I'm not sure what Tremors
Candyman's
even is
what-
about.
Candyman's-
Aren't they doing a remake?
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Candyman?
Yeah.
And the original
Say
guy
two
who
more times.
An Aguilera song that's like Candyman. And you'll watch it.
Candyman is definitely scarier. Tremors was a great movie for what it was, but Candyman was definitely scary. It was because it's way more in your head
The psychological.
than Tremor. Yeah,
Then
Yeah.
obviously I would go with that.
yeah. Well, you'd like that one. Way over there in Disney, where I'm over here. Studios. Where am I going?
We're not.
That's
we're
all
not-
I had, guys. That was all the work that I came up with.
Mask on. We're breaking the law.
Yeah, Judas Priest. So yes, so
You have to have annual passes, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a business expense.
Yes,
hey,
100%.
It should be a business expense for us too.
It
It's team building.
It is. It's team building.
team building
Yeah.
exercises.
Team building. Dang.
It's true.
And I put,
Yeah, but now we're not going because you got to wear a mask in
Yeah.
90-degree heat and 90% humidity.
Are you gonna make the venture out and go even if you have to wear a mask?
July 15th, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not, no, because I have to work all the time. So I won't be able to go. But yeah, I don't even get, I have the passes and I don't even hardly get to go. What I usually use mine for is Disney dining. That's where it's at, you guys. There is some good restaurants at the Disney World, especially at the hotels.
Okay.
The best buffet in the entire world is Boma at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. If you haven't been there, I recommend it. But it's, yeah, it's like super expensive though.
Oh
So,
yeah. Well, it's Disney.
but it's very delicious.
Yeah, we've been to Sanaa. A friend of ours is a
DVC
member, and every time they come, they're like, "We want you to go out to dinner with us." And
I
we're
think
like,
they're
"Cool."
actually paid
We
off
finally,
now.
yeah, they're paid off now. We
Actually,
finally got Disney passes 2 years ago when we had our son, and he loves it. So we go and we have a blast. But yeah, before that, for 4 or 5 years, while we were trying to have our son, we'd meet them over there and go out to dinner. And Sanaa is one of her favorite places, and we loved it. We loved it. Every time we go, it's our friend Jessica. She lives over in California. And she's like, Sanaa's amazing. Let's get an appointment. And we did. We loved it. And
Yeah, I'll have to try that one. I haven't been there.
we will need
Ooh,
to try
that's very
the other
cool.
places.
It's an
you're
African-
mentioning. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Boma is. It's like African buffet. And I'm kind of picky, so I was like a little worried that I wouldn't like anything, but it's like so good. So
Brooke has 9,000 allergies, so
yeah. And that's another reason I like Sanaa. They like send the chef to your table and talk about your allergies.
That's important.
yeah, they're like,
you
Here-
can't die at Disney.
yeah, you have 3 menu options. We're not going to kill you, so you're narrowed down to.
Well, and they
can have this
change
or this.
things and they cook it on different equipment. It's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
These beers know it's
try it.
With that many allergies, though, I'm just gonna give you a bowl of ice.
Everyone is paying the special price for people like me who've got 9,000 allergies.
Brooke is
And
the
they send the
reason that
chef to your
passes are
table and,
$1,000
you
a year.
Thanks, Brooke.
So on a personal note, I love your business concept.
I know,
I love
me
what
too.
you do. I love your little bubbling
I
ball
love your
of
personality.
energy,
Like, you're just
personality.
so happy.
Yeah,
It
and
rubs off.
It's
I
the
would-
sugar.
I would venture, yeah, sugar or not, I would venture that your job is incredibly satisfying at the end of the day, profitable or not, preferably profitable. That
that you just leave happy and with a smile
the
on
amount
your
of
face.
smiles,
Right.
and the photos, and the videos, and all the happiness
And just
that
seeing
you're
the
bringing to
kids.
everybody.
Kids happy would be like the most glorifying.
That
Kids
all about.
happy equals parents happy.
And
So
seeing like when you do the adult parties and stuff, like seeing
everybody deck out in their own little outfits.
adults
and
who
try to
normally
be-
don't go out and have fun and do Disney
step out of their comfort
just go out and do
zones
that. Yeah.
So I'd imagine that although it is a business, and I'm sure it has the ups and downs and the craziness of things, that there is something special and amazing about your business that has to be just an incredible feeling as you lay down at the end of the night. It's just got to be fun.
You just lay down and you're
Yeah,
like, I
it's-
made people happy today.
Yeah.
She doesn't lay down. Have you seen her? She's still like
You have-
swaying back and forth.
You have a business. There's a whole business behind it, but just the end of the day, knowing that you're making people smile, that has to be so gratifying.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, and that's why I get myself into trouble. Is I always give stuff away because I'm just like, here you go. It's not about money. It's about magic. And yeah, I haven't raised my prices in like many years. So I probably should, but again, at the end of the day, as long as I can pay my bills, it doesn't matter. And I'm just here trying to bring smiles. Like, for example, when this all started, all of our parties obviously had to be postponed. So to all of the parties that were postponed, that's how I created our new socially distant thing, the Pixie Dust Parade. So I had Elsa went around to over 50 houses and or 50
Wow.
different places over 2 days and visited. Everyone did a little walk by, mini meet and greet, and gave everyone a special note and made it snow in their kingdom. And that was like the best. It really was, even though I didn't make any money and I drove probably like 500 miles in those 2 days. Like it was so fun. And seeing these drive-by parades when I'm out there doing my walking parades, it's just like real special. And it's so nice to see everyone like coming together and trying to make people happy, even though the world kind of sucks right now.
Yeah. Yep.
And seeing a princess would make me smile. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be like, aww.
Yes. Love it. Your authenticity is incredible.
Yes.
It
Yes.
really is. It's infectious. It's just, yeah, I love it.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yep.
It's infectious. I love it.
So
Well, hopefully all you guys can come down to the magical, whimsical Wonderland and
know.
check it out. We could have an episode of all you guys together here
oh.
in the Wonderland.
Okay, y'all. I think she just offered us a little bit of leeway here. I'm just saying, I'll take you up on the offer sometime in the near future. I'm about it.
Whoa.
The whole dress up theme. I mean,
Yeah, you guys could all wear your outfits. I'll bring one of my princess friends.
Do we
yeah.
have any Disney? I mean, other than
Please don't tell Carlos that. Just please don't.
Like the Star Wars outfit. And don't bring your princesses to Carlos. You've met him, right?
You know,
No frog kissing, baby. No frog kissing.
Go up with a frog mask on, and it's all over.
And the Speedo, right?
He has it on hand. He's like, let me just reach over here and grab
Just
it.
right here.
Yeah,
I
it's
keep
just-
my
Like,
frog
don't worry, I
mask
got it, you guys.
He's so
The
not kidding.
frog hat. I've heard about the frog hat, but I've never seen it in person yet.
There you
Yeah.
go.
You gotta wear it when you come here because our mascot is frogs. And also, we have a selfie wall where you like stand in front of the fairy wings and then you put on a tutu and a crown because our logo is a frog and a tutu and a crown. And you have the perfect hat for it. So,
So
you
be
chose-
careful, because he'll come in his Speedo and do that. And put
hey,
into a
hey, hey.
crown.
yeah, okay. That's a little. It would still be, I think, daytime sort of. So no.
Listen, if you can turn this dude into a prince, whatever. Kiss him.
Oh,
Oh, no, I love you, buddy.
womp womp. See, look, I tell TJ that I don't like Christina Aguilera that much, and he's just gonna go all over me. You know, it's just
You should have known.
haters gonna hate.
Especially with the song being Genie in a Bottle. How much more Disney do you want to get? And you went against that? Really?
The thing wasn't Disney.
Done a drag queen show where Jasmine sang Genie in a Bottle. So.
All right.
Somehow I can already picture this in my mind.
That thing is warm.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
It's been fun.
It's been absolutely fun.
I
Well,
love it.
thanks for having me.
We appreciate you.
Let's pull up the website and make sure that we've got it. Tell us one more time where everybody can find you just before we sign off on the segment.
Sure. Our website is www.floridacharacters.com.
As well as the dreamscometrueentertainment.com and facebook.com dreamscometrueentertainment. I see already went and started liking a bunch of the pages and a slew of events. So you guys have a bunch in the works, and I'm so excited to join in on some of that in the very near future.
One final request before you log off here with us, Amy. Could you shoot towards one of the stairs and just run up there and just yell goodbye from the top of the stairs?
Turn around and say, "Be our guest."
Or I'm thinking kind of like a Hello Dolly, like goodbye.
Wait. I know lots of hello songs from Disney. I was trying to think of a goodbye one. I don't know.
Hello, farewell. No, that's Sound of Music.
Oh yeah, Sound of Music.
They're not Disney.
I don't know. I'll just say goodbye. Okay, bye. Bye, everyone.
If there was somebody who could just log her off right now, that would be amazing. Ah!
I got you. That was awesome.
That was great.
Ball of
She was
energy
fun.
and the sweetest, most authentic person to their business you could ever meet. Holy cow!
Yeah, I loved her. She was awesome.
I can't wait to meet her in person.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like I need to have a princess party, and I have a male child.
Yeah.
Don't matter. What? She actually hires also guys. So like
She, sleeps with a Minnie at nap time and bedtime. Minnie Mouse.
Well, no. Well, she also has like Prince Eric from Little Mermaid. She'll have him there as well. So
I
thinking it would be
I tried to
fun
audition for the
to,
cast and I
it would be
realized I
fun
need
to
more
do
crunches.
like a
Did you say more crunches?
Happens to be Prince Eric,
Oh
They
my
go
god.
with them.
but
She's
I do
always in
have
a
this delicious
suit.
tiramisu.
Mine's in the. I didn't get it out. I didn't want it to get warm.
go get it.
I was thinking it would be a cool thing
Hold
to
on.
do, like, maybe not a Halloween party, but just like a party there, and like bring a date, obviously, and dress up as
She's like,
princess.
I think I'll go with the guy next to me.
Bring like dress up as
Propose.
prince and princesses,
Yeah.
and
that
go
would be
and
awesome.
like. I don't even know if it would be like a work thing or
I want to go
Just
see the venue because
for
I
fun.
want to go see the venue because I'm curious if it would work for weddings.
she said like 50 people.
She said
though.
50 people, but
It only filled one room.
doing a small wedding
Yeah.
or a vow renewal.
Yeah.
Or
And it's just close friends
something
and
like
family.
that, I think would be absolutely incredible if you can rent out a venue.
And I mean, our
theme
wedding
it to
was
be-
like 200 people, but that
Well,
was back in our bartending
we were
days.
ridiculous. We were ridiculous.
That was back in our bartending days. So we had all our
Hey.
friends.
Carlos's tiramisu.
Now we
has
have like
made
two
it.
friends. And they're here.
So from last week, I promised, and I said I would drop off some for them, and I delivered.
Oh my god, the
Literally,
rum
he
is...
delivered yesterday.
Yeah, literally.
The rum is.
Oh wait, literally.
Oh man, come on! We said like 2 chugs there.
I think I was the
So
one
if
to
you
do
weren't
that
drinking
twice.
before this, you're drinking now.
Can I have that?
Oh, it's got shot. We gotta hold on. We gotta get you around.
Yeah. So for those who don't know that, I guess actually I just mentioned like 20 seconds ago that Brooke is allergic to.
Rummy.
Everything.
Yeah.
Super rummy.
Yeah. Well, The original recipe called for only like so much, and I had to make double because the ladyfingers that I had to use in the tiramisu just drained up so much of it real quick.
I had to put double the rum in it.
Double the rum and coffee, I had to. Yeah, because I had to make a second batch for it. So
Great, I'll be up till 6.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I said, is Tyler gonna be awake all night? But I meant TJ.
No, I won't.
that rum hit you pretty quick.
I'll
So
be wired.
go ahead, roast me. How is it?
Too
Rum
strong for me.
is perfect.
TJ's like, it's delicious.
But I'll let my parents try it. I didn't want them to try it before the show because I was scared they'd eat it all. So
This
I'll let them try it tomorrow and I'll let you know.
awesome. Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. So
I appreciate it. I appreciate you allowing me to try it. I've never had it before. Thank you. It was
Yeah.
just too strong for me.
no, it's fine. It's no, and trust me. Like I said, number one, it's my first time making it, and number two, I had to use again seriously more rum and coffee because
Carlos, if you decide that you want to try again, I'm not going to be angry.
Yeah. I'm a happy guinea pig.
You keep trying.
okay, I'll
More
try.
No more rum. Very strong.
More rum.
That's what everybody kept telling me. Like, oh no, more rum. Can you just let it more, please?
Why is all the rum gone?
Because
This
it's
is
in.
why.
It's in the tiramisu. So yeah,
Stop, buddy.
thank you, appreciate it. So yeah,
So tell us more about rum.
Why don't you go ahead? Why don't you go ahead and apologize to my wife? Because she's going to be up till 6.
yeah. Well, and again, funny enough, yes, with all the rum, we didn't get to do it last time, but we're gonna do it this time now. So we will talk about some of the fun random historical facts about rum. That's hard to say. Random historical facts about rum. So, rum was actually the first spirit ever distilled.
Really?
Yes. So even, and I'll have to double check that though, because I don't know if it was first in the Western Hemisphere. Because vodka, good job, I'm proud of you, buddy. But again, because I know vodka's been around for a very long time, and also I know that sometimes the fermented wine had been around before, even back in Egyptian days and things of that nature. So, but again, as far as a spirit, again, it's different obviously than a wine. So, I do believe that is correct. So it took place during the 1620s in the Caribbean. Okay, so yeah, so as the note goes, it's being the first spirit to be manufactured and distilled. And it was the first one to be produced for entertainment purposes as opposed to medicinal, because vodka was used for medicinal purposes, because it's pretty much like rubbing alcohol. Cocaine was actually used before the 1970s, actually as a medicinal item to help be a local analgesic and anesthetic. So you can still use it to this day. To like, if you actually mix it with like slight small water and rub it into place, it would actually make things numb, so people can actually slice people open if necessary. So yeah, but that was cocaine though. That's not rum.
Yeah,
Anyways,
rum.
yeah. So we have the flavors included with that. We have light rum, gold rum, dark rum, navy rum, black rum, and aged rum. And
Really?
Hold on. Rum, explain.
the what?
I mean, I saw it Navy rum.
Well,
What
it's
does that mean?
Not heard of Navy rum.
well, it's what it comes down to is also the aging process. So a lot of those rums, like I said, usually the darker the better. Like there's a not to throw out here any names and stuff like that, but again, I used to work in the alcohol industry, and there's a Zacapa XO and a Zacapa 23-year rum, which is it's so fine, and it's slightly, it's between a light brown and a dark brown, and it's like a sipping rum where you can just even no ice, and it's so smooth because of the aging process, and you can just sit there and just sip on it, and it's perfect. So the Navy rums are again through the different distillation process. I'll double check on that though. I'm not 100% sure. So somebody can call BS on me on that, because again, I haven't seen really like a Navy rum. Maybe it's just a.
Listen, the only one's fact checking you is going to be Facebook.
Okay, yeah. So at me,
Our friend, this isn't being posted to Twitter, and YouTube gives 0 Fs about anything.
eventually it will, but I don't care. But it's okay. I'm saying, jump in the comments, let me know, correct me. And here's the thing I did not know, that rum was used. Now, I should have known though. It was used actually as currency.
Still can be.
Oh yeah, I know. Trust me. I earn my friendship with TJ and Brooke if I bring a bottle of rum.
Oh He went to a different level with it. Thank you for following me there. I was like, I have friends because of rum.
Exactly. So what happens? Like, am I allowed in here?
You gotta bring
Did
the rum.
you bring rum?
Yes. So, or tiramisu,
And Brooke is
Or
like,
goose.
or Grey
Yeah.
Goose for
Now
Erica.
Tyler's one.
yeah. Now Tyler is definitely why the rum is all gone.
Although, thankfully, knock on wood,
We've had 2 incredible days.
he's been amazing.
We've actually had 4.
Him being
incredible
back
days.
In a row?
Structure again
Yes.
has been really nice.
Life is normal. Today was incredible. Yesterday,
Like
yesterday
the
was great.
transitions have been
Yeah.
great. Like before, it was hard to get him to transition. Like if he was playing, it was hard to get him to stop and go potty, or stop and come eat lunch, or
Stop and do anything.
stop and take a bath. Like
No.
anything, transition was hard. And now that he's back at school, like transitions are easy. I guess
Yeah. So super
it's
excited.
amazing.
Sorry, we're there. Yeah.
No,
we're
it's
going
okay.
off on
No,
off on a tangent in the rum segment.
no, it's okay. Hey, I get it. You know, kids and drinking go hand in hand. Like, oh my god, and just kids.
Yes.
Why the rum is all gone.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, actually, here's one last fun fact, though.
Now, I realize how easy we had it before when he was in school. And I was like, oh, I'm so stressed out. No.
Back to the kid.
This chick over in Disney, she needs to go to Epcot.
Yeah, I can see Brooke now sitting on her side of the couch, going, "Oh no, kid, I don't know."
Go ahead, change your background to the Epcot mom.
Bad mom.
So-
Erica, have you? Didn't we?
I have seen Bad Moms.
Okay, who was it? Carlos hadn't.
No, I've seen Bad Moms. I've seen that.
Somebody hadn't seen Bad
No,
Moms.
it was a Mean Girls and the other one that I hadn't seen. But
You need to watch Mean Girls,
It was
man.
the Magic Kingdom. moms.
Bridesmaids. It was Mean Girls and Bridesmaids that I had not seen.
That's right.
Bridesmaids was
Yeah.
funny.
Come on.
So okay, so the last fun fact here about rum is that, and this is to all my Puertorriqueños, wepa. So Bacardi is actually the world's largest distillery for rum.
Did
But
not know that.
Party.
Yeah, Bacardi is, and again, they actually produce. They're known as the Cathedral of Rum. They produce over 100,000 liters of rum every 24 hours, so we know where the rum has been, not where it's gone.
so the rum is not all gone.
Exactly.
It's at the rum cathedral.
Yeah, exactly.
I would like to visit a cathedral.
A rum cathedral.
Oh.
I'm
Tasting
going
tours?
to dress in the most authentic pirate costume I can
Do they
find.
Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
So is it?
costume.
Do they do tasting tours here? What's going on? Where's this rum
How's this
cathedral?
It's Puerto Rico.
So they
Okay.
do tasting tours?
I'm pretty
That's
sure.
still like a what's it called? The U.S. territory.
Yes, it is, and I do believe they actually Bacardi does hold tasting tours and guides and everything like that. I don't know as of recent though because pandemic world, but again, now this is kind of a side note though according to Alcohol World and whatnot, but the beer of alcohol, tobacco, and firearms they prohibit they prohibit the use of the word refreshing to describe any alcoholic beverage. So that's kind of weird, but I get it in the sense of, oh, it's refreshing, and kids are like, oh my gosh, refreshing, let me get this, but at the same time, let's get past that, come on.
There's not one liquor out there that's refreshing. Because if you don't put ice with it, it's not refreshing.
Oh, it burns.
There's no liquor you want to drink warm that you're like,
Not entirely true.
refreshing. And even when you put a liquor drink over ice, it's not refreshing. It's just wrong. There's no liquor drink that's refreshing. Sorry.
Yeah. Again, we can go with opinion.
Now a beer,
A hot beer.
not a hot beer, but a cold beer, that's refreshing.
Yeah,
You're not-
but
you're
you
not-
said don't add ice.
You're
Ew.
not supposed to
Warm beer,
say that a beer is refreshing.
especially after mowing the lawn.
I almost feel like Smirnoff Ice used the word refreshing.
And that was one of my things. Like, I feel like beer commercials have used
Maybe
the
beer.
most refreshing
Maybe beer, but
I
not
wonder if-
spirits.
You think
Yeah.
Like-
liquor makes
Liquor?
That's what I assume because
No.
because I mean different alcohol content. That's obvious.
Right. I don't know. In my petty little brain, early 2000s, I really feel like Smirnoff said refreshing.
Yep. So I think
Or Zima.
that might
Oh yeah, or Zima.
Brooks background.
Nice, great movie.
All right, we are at
pretty
that
awesome.
11:30 mark, kids, and this is usually where things start to. So, do we want to save the food till next week?
Well,
No,
so-
because you've already missed it a couple times.
Well,
and you
no.
already hit on the.
well, no, you talked about it last time.
We talked about.
I did look
we
at
talked
it.
about Geron's amazing
I
salmon
did-
last
I did
week,
look
and
at
that is
it,
all that
and it-
mattered.
Yeah.
Oh
salmon.
my god! Listen, if you're having a wedding and you don't hire Elite Catering to
You're missing
cater
out.
your wedding, you're missing out. And just go ahead, especially if you're a seafood fan, is to just we want salmon. I know that's you're gonna pay a good amount for it, but you're gonna get what you pay for it because oh my god, we paid. Okay, he did the family meals, and it was $60 and fed 4 of us. So basically,
And we still have
$15 a piece, and it was salmon, rice, green beans, salad,
And a drink, usually. A gallon.
bread, and a
Yeah.
gallon of lemonade. Wow.
That's not bad. Yeah, but you pay more than that at a restaurant.
The
A full
salmon,
meal.
the salmon was so everything was so good, but it's the best salmon that I've ever had. The way that he knows how to, he's a chef. This is what he does, and he has his own unique way of making food taste, quote unquote, elite. And yeah, I was just, it was so good. It was so good, and yeah.
He's trying to say my cooking sucks, and he
No.
was glad to have a break from it.
No, not at all. And she knows better because she ate it too. She took her first bite, and when the eyes close, when you go, and those eyes close, and it's just delicious. It was delicious. So, anyways,
He's
on
trying
the
to
food
say I
menu
have
this
big eyes
week,
that they don't close very often.
on gigantic eyes, you gotta use a face mask to close them. So, on the food menu for this week, we had we had appetizer was crab dip. And we'll throw up a link in there, but there's a hot crab dip
I did
recipe.
read that, and I already want to make it.
Yeah, so I'm very excited about that. I wanted to talk about our steak dinners. Me and you make a steak dinner that everybody, yeah. When we cook steak, we cook it in a different way, but it's a very easy way. We marinate it in a Dale's seasoning.
That's what makes it.
Comes in
That's
a
what
little
makes it.
bottle. It's not a little bottle, but it's a medium-sized bottle. And we put it inside of Dale's, and then I forgot what the other. It's
Smokehouse
Smokehouse Maple.
seasoning.
It's a McCormick's, I think, is in the little container, and you shake some on both sides.
And it does make a difference if you just use Dale's and not the McCormick.
Yes.
It still tastes good with just Dale's,
Right.
but if you add that Smokehouse Maple,
Mm.
it like gives it.
It gives a little bit
little
of
more
extra
depth.
taste to it.
Yeah.
And then is it garlic
Garlic powder and onion powder.
garlic powder and onion powder?
But those are kind of already included in the Dale's. That's just a little extra.
Yes and yes
It's just
and
a
no.
little
I
extra.
noticed when we don't
That's not
use them.
It's not a
Um,
huge.
But yeah, basically,
like Dale's
garlic
and
powder
the-
and
Smokehouse Maple.
yeah, but do a little bit on both sides and then top it with the Dale's.
Don't
it sit
let
for
the Dale's sit for more than like 3
It's-
hours
yeah.
because then it gets too.
No,
seasoning.
sit the Dale's for 30 minutes to 60 minutes. We've been on the run sometimes.
I know.
So,
I feel like we're very rushed lately. So
yes. So but yeah, 30 minutes to 60 minutes setting in Dale's. Even if you can get 15 minutes out of it, any is better than none. And then heat up that grill to 350 to 400 degrees. Do it for 5 to 6 minutes per side. I call it one beer. Every 2 minutes, sip a third of your beer. We play this game at the beach. It's called three sip, and you have 3 sips to finish your beer. Yeah, so 5 to 6 minutes. That's 3 sip your beer every 2 minutes. Play the game. 1 beer per side. So just bring 2 beers with you when you go out to the grill. And but yeah, that is how to make the most perfect steak ever. And if you want to challenge me to it and give me a better recipe, I'll take it. I'll try it.
All right, and what's for dessert?
Cinnamon cheesecake bars. Yeah, this one is this is Carlos's next task. Carlos
I was
needs
like,
to
I
make
feel like-
cinnamon cheesecake bars.
I feel like Brooke will make the crab dip, TJ makes the steak, and Carlos is making dessert.
And I'm just gonna throw money in that Cash App and eat.
Erica, we just want you to show
All right,
up.
Sunday,
and-
our house, crab dip.
Sunday, our house. Wide
down?
open. Let's
Who's
hang
down?
out.
You guys down?
Yes.
Pending.
Carlos
Carlos
is
like, I
scheduled.
have to learn how to make cinnamon cheesecake.
Yeah.
Listen. If you f up as much as you effed up with
TJ's like, bring it on.
you're okay. You're
If you
all
want
right,
to throw
my
a gallon
best
of
friend.
rum in there, go ahead.
It's just like, oh no, rum.
Let's move along so we can close out. Ready or not? Hashtag.
Here we come.
Here we come.
So let's start first talking about the financial market. In the last couple of days, actually in the last 24 hours, the market was up 500 points. For those who don't know what that means, it means that things are looking positive.
You didn't miss the loop to invest. Still jump in now because we're still
It's still
Yeah, it's
value.
we're at
Lots of value if you buy
75%
now.
low now.
yeah, pretty much. And again, things are looking better. I had somebody that I talked to about in February time. They're going like, oh, I'm gonna wait till things drop. I'm going, I get it, but now that we're here sitting in June, I said I want to go a couple of months. I'm like, you keep waiting and you forget how quickly these things can just turn around on you.
March was when you wanted to jump in, and now is a better time. Or not a better time, but
Still a good time.
Yeah, it's a semi plateau. So, but a lot of industries are talking about rebuilding their processes because of this. It's showing us about being more dynamic as far as being not only a brick and mortar location but also a remote location. So they're trying to find new ways of rebuilding themselves. But also within all this, we're talking about now they're still talking about passing through Congress a second stimulus package. On top of that, the Fed's putting in more money into the system, and people are not sure about that.
I don't
So,
like
so we'll see. I mean, I'm saying keep an eye out right now. Again, I think it's going to be plateauing, and from the meetings that I've been attending, I got another one tomorrow, 11 o'clock, talking about the bond markets. And God bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Or I don't know if you had a mid stroke or something, but
No, I sneezed. Sorry, and I'm muted.
no, that's good. So for me, you're just gonna make your so, but anyways, so it's people are seeing a trend now, and it's plateauing, but we don't know still because since things are reopening and people are not seeing too many cases of COVID affecting, they might see things re-normalizing to the best of their ability and maybe restarting to go up. But if they see all of a sudden a resurgence, again, it's still too early to tell. We are all taking it step by step. Again, I still think it's a good time to start looking at it. It's not a bull market where things are just going to go in a total upswing. But again, we're in that plateau phase right now.
Yep, markets are down 2/3. I invested. I bought DraftKings a couple weeks ago at 19 when it first launched, and it went up to 28. I took those profits and bought more out of that, which now it's sitting at 34. It went up to 36, dropped back down to 34, 33-ish. And I don't know what DraftKings will do, but that was something that I did. We picked up a ton, not a ton. We picked up a good handful of stocks at such a discount because everything was down.
We just want a little bit of everything. Not everything, but
Right.
In
a good
different
variety
areas
of
a good variety of stuff. Now,
stuff.
and Carlos is obviously we have our
We're not
life,
making
we
any
have our life
major-
insurance,
yeah.
we have our
major
long-term plans,
investments with Carlos.
and we have our life insurance, we have our long-term plans. That is because we own our own company. That is our 401k. This is eventually when we cash out.
Retire.
This is where we're going to be. And those are our play. This is,
we trust Carlos with all our big money.
Yeah, we happen to have a little.
We just happen to have a little
some
extra.
extra that we wanted to.
Thank you,
invest
Carlos.
in.
We had a little
Yep,
extra.
that we wanted to buy individual stocks, and we did December, January. So it's on that upswing. But I feel like it's still a great time to get.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than it was.
in place.
Yeah, like don't be spending like.
Don't spend money you don't have.
Yeah.
Essentially. Now, the last thing I'll say, as always, I have to make sure that this is.
Pay your bills. Don't spend that money.
No, exactly. Yeah, people who were asking me about what should I do with my stimulus check, I told them take care of your bills first.
Yeah.
But again, as a reminder for everybody, whenever we talk about this segment, this is not solicitation of any sorts, of any types, or any products and materials. And also, past performance does not guarantee future results, so you've always got to be careful. Do your research, talk to a professional, talk to an individual who knows in the industry, or who can give you advice or start talking about. Don't make any choices before you do full research and they give you full information. So, reminder, be smart. Do research. There's nothing wrong. Even if I help you, and I know that TJ and Brooke and Eric are my friends, and even if they take advice from me, I tell them, do research.
Don't be a douche.
Don't be a douche.
Be a fiduciary.
I have to be a fiduciary. Yes, I feel like for the best interest. So,
He is our fiduciary.
yes.
Which means that he acts in your best interest,
Right.
not his.
Yeah.
So he's not trying to make money off of you.
Something in tech.
So this is actually from last week, not this week. I didn't see anything that intrigued me this week, so I apologize. Microsoft issued a warning for a massive phishing campaign that was utilizing Excel. So if you got an email, y'all are smartasses. If y'all got an email with an Excel spreadsheet, they were actually utilizing the macros in them to run back-end scripts to cause damage and run malware and viruses and fun stuff like that. So it was, hey, stupid, don't open up phishing emails. If you don't know who the person is, if you're not expecting an attachment, do not open it.
So TJ,
and yes,
I was going to say, Brooke, I'm sorry, not TJ, Brooke.
That's not the answer. Those get viruses too. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that.
Well,
People install Microsoft on their fucking Macs.
Drink.
Drink.
What I was going to say is, hey, Brooke, check on your dad. He falls for that stuff.
Drink your smart water, you smart.
My bad.
All right, so angry Excel person got it.
What?
Microsoft.
Whatever.
Once you go Mac.
Hey, listen. Anybody can topple us and just say, "Oh, Linux."
Properly. And you obviously have not gone back.
You keep fading out. I don't know what you said.
Once you go black, once you go Mac, once you black.
I have a Mac sitting next to me, and I still have to use my PC. So technically, I still have to go back. And remember, I got rid of my iPhone because I didn't like it.
You got rid of
You
your phone.
only have to use your PC to fix people's broken shit. That's the only reason you have to use the PC is because people are like, my PC's broken. How is it?
But
How many out of a number of tickets? Give me a percentage. How many of them are Macs?
Well, Macs are usually hardware because idiots drop shit.
Yeah, but how many people are like, I need you to fix the malware on my Mac?
But they don't realize it's malware. It's just not working properly.
Like Alf? He's from Melmac?
Said I gotta change that. I gotta change that background again.
But truthfully, it's about probably 70.
If you want to come over
30.
and watch Alf, I've got the box set.
Really? But to answer your question, it's about 70-30.
PC.
Yeah, because most of the Macs that I get are all hardware.
all right.
People can't take care of their crap.
So let's take care. So the digital marketing world, I believe we have Brooke and TJ going through a lot of stuff here.
You guys want to take it? No, you're not.
I'm not even looking at it. Targeting. Yeah. So, there's people that go to your website and they just look at it and they're like, oh, I'm kind of interested, but I'm not really interested. I'm not ready to buy right this
Amazon,
second.
Wayfair.
Like, yes. When you go to Amazon or Wayfair and you look at something, you're like, ooh, I really want that, but I don't know if I want to spend the money on it just yet. And then it keeps following you and you're like, maybe that was a good idea. Maybe I should have bought that. And you go back and look at it. That is a retargeting ad, and we do those. So your website can be like Amazon and Groupon and Wayfair and all those sites that follow you, you can be what is that?
Like the roofing company that follows me every freaking where I go.
Strategically in your
One time
customer's
every 3
mind.
days.
Wow.
In your customer's mind.
Yes, strategically and not annoyingly in your customer's
See,
mind. So
Amazon is pretty annoying about it.
Amazon is super
I had to
because they know better.
I had to block
They know
them
better.
from following
But-
me with their ads.
But Amazon, Wayfair, all of those, a lot of those campaigns are set up as
Scary.
impression campaigns because they know if they stay triggering in your mind over and over again, you're
like,
gonna be
listen,
like,
I
oh,
don't
I
want
need to
to
go there to
buy.
buy something.
I don't want to buy that dog crate. I already got it
And they're like, yes, you do.
because
Sure.
TJ bought it. I didn't buy it, and it was.
Yeah.
So,
But-
anyways.
We run retargeting ads. We do them strategically. Our company's DBA Marketing, for those that don't know, but we run them strategically. The way that I set up the ads, I run the ad side of our company. She actually designs the copywriting and the graphic arts that go in it, and then I run the strategy that puts them in front of people. And Erica, like you said, the roofing company that I see. Well, because you follow their page and you like their stuff, you are going
If you
to
ever comment on their stuff,
or ever comment on it, like
or
it,
if you
share
go to
it,
their website,
you are in this
and read a
group
blog.
of it. So you're gonna
I'll
follow.
stop liking their stuff. Got it.
No, but you're gonna, yeah. But if you
If you don't wanna see
interact in a 180-day period,
You can also hide the ads.
shut up, bro.
No, I like seeing what you guys do. So
Well, no, the weird thing for me is when I see the Wish ads.
You can click the 3 dots in the top right corner of an ad. Now we're talking about Facebook here. So
Yes,
on Facebook,
yes,
you can
only
click the
on
3
Facebook.
dots in the top right and click hide this ad, hide ads like this, and you can
Or
actually
hide
tell
such
it
such
that
for 30
you
days.
can tell it it's irrelevant, or
Yeah.
that you're seeing it too much, or that you've already purchased it. So on like an Amazon ad, like, listen, we already bought toilet
Dog
paper,
crate.
leave us alone. We already bought the dog crate, leave us alone. But yeah, we run these kind of ads because people don't know the traffic that is landing on their websites.
Yeah.
If you don't have your own website or your own
And
landing page, a
People
lot of times you
put
don't
it in
have
a
that in there.
tab and you forget about it, and then your computer restarts and you forget to restore your tabs, and you just start fresh. And there you go. You forgot that you had that tab open, that you were looking at a roof or a dog
Yeah.
crate.
So
Whatever
we
the
run
hell
we
you were
run
looking at.
different groups. I run a group that is called Not Connected. This is my favorite, and this is all kind of leading to Brooke and I are going to start hosting weekly free classes to help teach people how to properly
How to
market their
set up.
business, whether they want to DIY it themselves or they have an in-house employee that they want to teach how to do it properly, or they just go, we want to see how much work is actually involved, and then go, you guys
No, we
go
don't
ahead
want to
and
do
run
that.
it. But
People
when-
who want to do it themselves are going to figure out how to do it themselves. So we're just going
we
to
want to help educate.
Yeah.
We're
We're just going to give you the good information, so you don't have to look for it elsewhere if you want to use this for something
But
else.
one of the
you
biggest
can.
things, with retargeting is that running a connected and not connected audience. Once somebody becomes a lead, becomes a customer, becomes a this, then you want to lump them back into a specific audience that you can educate them, whether it's with a monthly blog or a specific type of post. In the case of the roofing, our friends at RIG Roofing, they do monthly blogs, but they also put out stuff about their maintenance programs and things like that to remind you, like, hey, this was available, it was included in your plan. Like, when you look up at the roof, if you see something that looks weird to you,
Like,
then cool.
Tree
Or here's
branches are
5
hanging
things
over
you
it, and
need
you're
to watch
worried that
for.
it's going to ruin your
Yeah.
You
roof.
know, it just got a new roof, but you have trees hanging over. Now you trimmed your roof, and a
Trimmed
bunch
the
of the
trees,
branches
not
fell
the
on the
roof.
trees.
You trimmed your roof
You
and a
trimmed
bunch
it,
of
yeah.
branches fell on the trees.
Strike that, reverse it. Somebody put up a Willy Wonka background. I'm like, hi on.
Can your primitive wet yet? Sorry, what?
So,
Missy Elliott, come on.
running retargeting
wanna help
ads
you.
helps you be able to get back in front of an audience you didn't know you had. If you run it properly, you
Exactly.
don't have to annoy people. Erica, in your case, once
You don't
every
have to follow
once every
people
3 days,
crazy
you're going to
amounts
see
of
an
time.
ad from the page that you follow. Because once every 3 days is kind of that spot where we feel we're not annoying you, we're just letting you know that
We're still here.
that 2 times a week, or basically 2 times a week, you get to see something that you're actually following and interested in.
no, but I intentionally go and like their ads and stuff anyways,
Well,
so
That's different if you're doing that, but at the same time, it's positive. I think subliminal messaging, not a negative. I know that's got a negative connotation, but it's a good thing because you're saying, "Oh, I was thinking about this," and "Oh, hey, I remember about that." And like you said, it's not just that you did this. Do you need a roof? Do you need a roof? No, we already got a roof. But by the way, we also provide these services. This is available
Right.
to you, and it's kind of
All of our ad groups are paired up that way to not be annoying, but
Right.
also just we want to stay in front of you so you know, oh, you know what, I need to share that page, or I need to do this, like, but not be annoying, because if you can actually see ads from your friends' pages that you want to follow, that's nice, rather than seeing a bunch of random ads that you're like, who the F are you? Stop. Like, why do I see this ad? Oh, because you like Zillow. Like, okay, great. But that's one of the biggest things that's been great for us, is that we can get us back in front of our clients, friends, and family,
right.
who are number one referral sources. And you get back in there and you don't have to shove an ad down their throat every single time they scroll the platform. You can put it out there once or twice a week just to remind them, hey, I have this business, and if you wanted to refer me, that would be great. Like, so
Yeah.
that's what's going on in our world right now.
That was long. It was.
But
It
it's
still
a
sends
cool
me, but I'm
topic.
whacked.
It's a cool fun. Yeah, it's a cool fun topic to talk about.
So here we go. Please make
Whoa.
sure you.
Sorry.
You know, Brooke almost did great the whole night not doing that, and
almost the whole night.
Our view of Facebook instead of our Zoom view.
I heard me again. I'm having a stroke. I'm hearing my own voice. Oh god.
If she doesn't do that once a week, is it really a show?
Right?
It's not part of the show.
I got that right at the beginning.
Just like I have to bring this little thing in the cup, whatever. She's gotta.
Rum Masu was delicious.
From
Oh my gosh. All right then. So again,
Good
Yes.
show. This was a lot of fun.
there's a lot of great stuff. There's a lot happening. The closing quote.
Ball of energy.
Yes, I love her.
Yes, Amy. Thank you for being a part of this.
Like I need to.
You're not allowed to do a
go
closing
and
quote
just
until
have a
we talk
princess
about how
party or
awesome
something.
our guest was, because
And I feel like if Destiny did not see her,
yeah,
She needs to replay it. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
But all I really have to say is, and I will always love you. Ooh, I can't go that high.
Well put together game of You Decide. Very well put together, Carlos.
yes, it was awesome.
Carlos, just watching the Facebook stuff, incredible. Nicely done. I love our new platform.
Trying. I'm trying. I still got to update some stuff, so I'm going to rework with everybody here. But I love y'all.
Live and learn. Thank you
I
guys
like it.
so much for following along with us, because this is something the four of us have been talking about for years,
I thought
and
you
it's a lot of fun. It's a little different for us because of the pandemic, that we're not in my living room, or now we're talking about building a patio so we can sit out on the patio. So it's been weird for us to be on cameras together, but it does give us the option of ultra cool backgrounds. So I can't deny that. But yes, thank you, Amy, for being with us tonight. What a ball of energy, and just authentic
infectious
love.
personality.
Yeah, authentic, infectious love for her business. It is so cool. Good job, Carlos.
Thank
Lining
you.
that up. What a cool
Very good.
person to meet. And Erica, I guess you knew her as well. So, yeah, just what a cool person. Great guest. Great show. I'm excited. I love everything that happened tonight.
So everybody, we thank you once again. We'll leave you with this closing quote. Impossible only means that you haven't found a solution yet. So let's find a solution, everybody. We're all in this together, okay? We love you once again. Saying goodnight and signing out from Frack Paddy Wack. Please join us. We'll see you all in the future. Have a great night. Take care.
Have a good night.